Alright, you guys can see we're still loading up the sim here because I realized I forgot a certain add-on, which it was actually like 7 add-ons because I wanted to fly a certain plane here, and I always have those add-ons disabled because it just takes a million times longer to load the sim with them. But hopefully this should work out, and I also have to get the music started. What the heck? Oh, you're an add-on. Why'd the music... Where'd it go? Dang it. Gotta re-find the music I had before. Where is it? I think it was this one. There we go, there's music. Heck is this number 2? Nice. Oh, that's because of the prediction thing. I don't think we ever did last night. I need to look up whether that was a soft or hard landing. Pretty sure it was hard. But like, I gotta wait for the sim to start most of the applications I use. Because if I go for them now, it's gonna start messing stuff up. Oh, perfect timing almost. Let's go for it. Start loading stuff up like I usually do. It was soft like 145, well, we're gonna check. For all I know, you put your points in the soft side on at 69. We don't need you cheating. Bet you 145. I'm just trying to get my stuff started here because I had to restart the sim. Like, it was loaded up and I was sitting here waiting and everything. But like, just, yeah, we're slacking. It's all excuses. And if you guys didn't see, on Thursday I'll be doing a stream of building, or not building, but just upgrading the PC. That should be fun. Do I fly the Wacko? Go for it. I mean, you're gonna be in the back half of the pack, but you could make it work. Yes, I did. Okay. Now I just need to go modify my flight plan just like slightly. Alright, let's see here. That should show. Let me make sure that's actually right. I can go to here. Here's fun. What are you changing? CPU, motherboard, cooler. What am I flying? I think I'm gonna fly the X-Cub, but with the one mod that makes it go faster. That's mostly what I was trying to install. Okay, filter plane. We were in the L39. Now it doesn't show it. Okay. There it is. And then time. This one was yesterday. It was 146. You were wrong, Drippy. Yeah, you were definitely wrong there. Yeah, Blue Mana, if you do want to join without using VATSIM, I can invite you to like group only. I just don't like having, a bunch of airplanes around, so multiplayer is generally turned off. Not significant, so we'll go ahead and choose soft landing for yesterday's landing that I forgot to choose. So someone gets more channel points. Also, P.O. Boss, I see you're spawned at Seattle. Yeah, I'm actually choosing to go up here because I realized this place over here is probably more GA friendly. I'll just spawn over here near where Eagle Spy is. But then we have like a crap ton of liveries to choose from. Also, a lot of different X-Cubs because I'm probably gonna go with one of Bush tires because why not? But then there's a whole crap ton of liveries. Oh, that kind of covers stuff up. Like the one I like to do in this whole livery pack. Wait, where is it? It's somewhere here. If you look on the right side, there's a scroll bar. a pretty good one. Pretty crazy one. Where's the one I usually use? I think you fly the 195. What's that one? The Cessna 195. Oh yeah, here it is, the Freedom Cub. That's what I like to fly. Then there's a lot of others I could choose from. Like there was that big old one with like the white wall tires. It was up further up. There's even another one with a little bit of thin white wall tires. Yeah, I need to check if there's been like an update at all to these. I don't think there has. I haven't updated them in like a year, but they all still work. Make sure we're on live time. Go load in. Now I do need to sit here and fix the map a little bit. Wait, how are you landing on sand? What do you mean? It's the business liner, radial engine, tail wheel. Huh. Business liner. I don't think I've seen that one. I mean, of course, you hear all the numbers of Cessnas or whatever. I don't know most of them. Oof, this is going to be a little bit of a different spot here for where we're departing from. I'm going to need to go reread the briefing on this, because I went and made my whole map as if I was departing Seattle. Hey, how are you landing on sand? So how are we landing on small strips? Is that what you mean? I do GL's clear prop because I don't have a setting for this one yet, I don't think. Terrible photo. DM'd? What? Oh. Yeah, that's a little small of a picture. You're gonna have to open it in the browser and like zoom in on it. Apparently that's the plane he's talking about. With some pretty bad quality. Okay, I'm gonna go... Well, adjust FS Realistic so it's not having a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of audio issues. It's the Asobo Legends release made by Carenado. Oh. You blame Wikipedia. Yeah, Wikipedia, they'll often go and lower the resolution. I think you can get the original resolution by doing a few things. I don't remember exactly how you do it off the top of my head. It's laid out like an old car, has no autopilot. Good luck with flying that, P.O. Box. I'm gonna at least have autopilot. Airport ambiance. No, we're gonna lower that. Most of this I can turn off or lower. Or so you guys, I don't think, yeah, you can't see what I'm looking at. The rest should be fine. No, that one's disabled. Get out of here. You don't often fly autopilot anyways. Well, in real life, you probably don't. Okay, I'm gonna go connect to VATSIM. We are Pilot Club 341 in a... Is this just X-Cub? Is that what you put in? Oh, CC-19. Okay. Don't fly autopilot in this sim often either. Huh. Thought there was supposed to be another guy here. Oh, maybe he hasn't spawned in yet. That could be the case. I mean, over here on VATSPY, oh, there's some loading in, but there's a few departing there, a few departing there, even one guy for some reason departing that way. And we're all going over here to Pasco Tri-Cities. Eventually. Now I'm gonna like rotate my plane just slightly. There we go, it's a little more lined up. This plane is pretty cool though, with the big old bush tires. Now I need to catch up with, yeah, the flight planning thing here. So this is kind of the flight plan. It was originally coming out of Seattle, but I think the flight plan slightly changes because I'm gonna come out of this other area. So depart heading southeast, stay below 3000, Gelato Bravo. West Coast Airport just west. Oh, so it's basically the same thing as the other one. I mean, I guess you can kinda stay southwest here. Wait a second. No. Because of this delta, I have to go this way. I have to go up that way first to avoid the delta. So I can gain altitude and stuff. And then I can overfly the delta at like 2,600 or something like that. Because there's 3,000 feet there, 2,500 there. I can fit in that gap. And let's see, the whole flight for today, or GA Tuesday of the Pilot Club. What are they calling this one? Stampede Pass. It's an area we're flying through. I have the Seattle Enhancement Pack installed. I don't know if I'm gonna really need it though, since I'm not flying out of Seattle now. If you just how airspace dodging works in VATSIM with no controllers, technically you can just fly straight through it all, but I'm trying to stay realistic a little bit. So our briefing is to depart either airport and head southeast, which I don't think the guy that made this briefing accounted for the delta when talking about that. Weather, we're gonna have a little bit of clouds on the wind. Hopefully going through this whole pass that we're gonna go through, it should be not too bad. Hopefully. In terms of wind, let's see, you're up a bit higher. So it's gonna be a headwind at least halfway. And then I was looking at the Seattle METAR here, but we're not doing Seattle. What's this place called again? KBFI? Almost no wind, 299 on, so standard altimeter pretty much. Okay, and then there's, you know, of course, no ATC online up here. There's a few planes heading in a line up to this way. That's cool. You know, while I'm sitting here waiting for everyone, I'm gonna go over and join the voice call. We'll see what's up.
Playing guitar as a plane lands.
Guys,
Taking bush
breathing in his mic.
What are they
flying
trying
to
to
the next level.
What are they trying to do with this Wilga add-on? They're just like changing up the game.
They're trying to make us 2020 into Guitar Simulator now.
Playing a little song around the campfire.
It's a Boeing factory? Ooh, okay.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here, file the flight plan. Just
They're
basic
adding
one.
one more note. I can't remember which note though.
BFR.
The next one's going to have animated puppies.
BFI.
Yeah. Well, no, they've done that already.
We're going again.
They've done the animals already.
PSC. I don't
That's
know
pretty cool.
our time en route.
I like it.
Oh,
Let's see
that's
if
the
I
one
put
that's
in
not
my
implemented
usual
yet.
speeds here. It's an
The
hour
DET.
40.
Look at you, always showing off some good stuff with that Wilga.
I don't
That
know
thing needs
really
to hurry up
about
and
the
come
speed
out.
of this plane, but
Hey,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
guess
allowed
it's
to
like
stream it on
125.
Twitch, so I got here. So I got like 17 of you I can plug it to.
And we're all gonna buy it.
I'm gonna go
give you credit.
3,500.
In case anyone wants to care, current altimeter at SeaTac is 2988.
Copy that. Wait, what's SeaTac?
Yeah, who's that?
And I'm gonna go slant golf.
Sorry, I missed it because Willie was talking all over you.
SeaTac is sea altitude from
VFR
airport.
southeast.
Okay. Oh, that's right. It's
Oh,
also
you were being serious. Sorry, I thought you were joking.
I know, I was
We're
serious.
operated by
Look,
the
I have a
Pilot
terrible
Club.
memory, even though it's funny because I wrote it down in the flight plan that Seattle is also known as SeaTac, and I completely missed it
You
when
missed it, of
when it
course.
was referred to in real life.
Let's see, anything else I gotta do? Oh yeah, there's the whole new Navigraph thing now. Like this is Navigraph now. It's got like a globe and everything you can use.
Does SeaTac have a GA section?
It
No, not
does
really.
not. Not that I've
And
seen.
we've first of all paid incredibly high landing fees even to be here. Thanks, Mark.
They use their data, never their planner. I think it's
Yeah, it
all.
looks like it's only
at
for
least-
airliners and cargo peeps.
Wait a second. I looked on their website earlier because of the update here, and like, I didn't actually see the thing where you can only do data now. So, you should keep that if you have it. Need a planner that uses my own data source. What do you mean that uses your own data source? I don't know. Well, anyways, they upgraded this like a ton. You can even see where the altitudes are for different shelves here in the Bravo. I don't think it's that great though. I don't know. It's hard to tell what's a Delta and what's a Bravo here. Because obviously right here is a Delta, but I mean it says D and then B, and that's, I mean there's slight color differences there. Maybe it's because I'm in dark mode. Let's try light mode. Use the internet, its data source, and fills in all the missing data in Navigraph. Okay. Let's try the day mode. I mean, I can tell the difference a little bit better there. Also, a lot of this, I gotta turn off a whole bunch of this stuff. What is it, flight path? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't really want that. Wait. Don't you just have access to it? Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, but whatever, you do you. Okay, I'm gonna go flight, new flight. We're gonna call this GA Tuesday, if I can spell. November 8th, cruising altitude of 3,500. Or VFR. Origin is KBFI, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, it supports loading data from all sources. Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't like little nav map because, like, it doesn't do the charts or anything like that. That's why I don't. That's why I don't kind of stopped using it when I started doing VATSIM. And where are we going to again? Gosh, PSC. Yeah, I mean, I've never known how to make little nav map do charts, like where you can actually display it like you can on here. It's just you buy charts. Yeah, I mean that's what this subscription does great. It gives me the charts for the whole world, pretty much. Yeah, I think is that all I need to do? Apparently you can select departures. I'm VFR, bro. I even marked it as VFR. I mean, I should be good there. It's already loaded. So now, can I put... Let's see, I don't want to go direct. There's a few different things we gotta go. How do I add... Just type my own stuff. Up there, there it is. It's like all the way at the top. Most places you go have no charts. And see, that's what's great about Navigraph here, is the class Echo airports it actually has charts for. It's actually pretty cool in that way. Just gonna copy the whole thing, paste it up there, see what happens. Oh heck yeah, it works! I just pasted the whole thing from well, except for a couple airports. Oh, I forgot, because Navigraph can't do... Still can't do, like, airports as waypoints. You mean in South America? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot Navigraph can't do... all this. So 95 Whiskey Alpha. That is... I'm really trying to like... Yeah, maybe I'll just use this as like a basic thing to follow, but it's definitely not going to be my main thing. Since we're trying to stop at different airports. It still is pretty cool though. Down here... Wait, I forgot how you get... Oh, it didn't... Yeah, it already put a chart down here. Something I really like, though, is you can actually, like, pin the chart there like that, like you can with one of those more expensive, ForeFlight subscriptions. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, I can control transparency and stuff up there in the corner. Is any ATC online yet? There's ground at Seattle, okay. But not here. I'm not too surprised. So I'm probably gonna go over and just depart runway 14 left. Or no, 14 right's closer actually. It'll be whatever. All I know is I still have my normal flight sim map to use. Actually, over here in the sim, I gotta go change my controls. Because of the Bravo last I was flying a jet. And we'll go ahead and get the plane started and all that. Let's see, are people starting to move out there? No, they're not. Okay. We'll get battery on. And the whole thing will start up. Prop. Mixture. And then down here. Oh wait, fuel was already on. I'm actually gonna go and put a bit more fuel in this. I don't know exactly how much fuel this thing takes, but we're gonna put a bunch more in. Rather be safe than sorry. You know? We'll bring in throttle a little bit. Let's see if I remember how to use this thing. Okay, is there a fuel pump? Yes. Turn that on for a second. It'll get stuff going. Nav light on. And then we'll hit the starter. I'm not even hearing the plane. There, now we're hearing it. What other warnings we got? PTOT temp? Is it too cold out? Outside air temperature 6 degrees. Okay. Where's that switch? No, I got my own. At least I think that one's it? Or is it that one? Sometimes I forget which switches are which. This thing doesn't have a PTOT tube. Or PTOT heat. I thought it did. In their fancy version of it here. And it's even got the logo. Let's see, briefing starts here in less than 30 seconds.
Try
We'll
now.
go over
Boeing Field
there.
or Seattle?
We have both open. Some of us are flying out of either one of those.
Okay.
So I think we have 8 people.
That's-
We have 8 people at Boeing right now, and I think we have roughly 8
Alright,
in
I'm
Seattle.
gonna go up to. What's my current limit?
It's
1,800.
pilot's choice.
1,700. I'll climb out at 500 feet a minute or so.
There's just a bit of confusion from the ATC side because we were only expecting Seattle.
Oh, gotcha. Uh-oh.
We can switch over to Seattle. The guys that are at Boeing.
Yeah, because we were only expecting Seattle.
I'll switch over.
Boeing Field. Okay, I mean, if you guys are willing to switch over, that's fine.
Thanks for clarifying that, Eric. I didn't realize
Okay, I'll go
But I
disconnect
didn't,
from VATSIM real quick.
communicate that.
Okay, where should I park over at Seattle? We'll figure this out over here on the phone.
All right, so I just saw the time. We got 8:01 on my side, so let's go ahead and get started with this briefing, and we'll try and get people switched over to Seattle Airport.
Where am I parking now? Looks like most people are parking down at the hangars. Okay, sounds good to me. Okay, I'm disconnected from VATSIM. I'm just gonna slew over there. 'Cause it's
All
so
right,
close.
can you guys see my screen? Can you hear me talking?
Yes and yes.
I like it. All right, gang. Well, thank you, one and all, for coming to another GA Tuesday. I appreciate the support that we're getting from Seattle. Thanks, Eric, for helping us get that going. So we're going to go over some admin stuff, then we'll talk about the flight, and then we'll let you guys get
Got
going.
a chart up for it.
So when you get a chance, go to the website and check out the flight crew link to get all of the news, latest stuff that's going on. We have a giveaway. The current giveaway is a Microsoft Flight Simulator Premium Deluxe for those that do not have that. For those that are on the X-Plane side that wants to see
That
how the
is
other
Mark,
side
the guy
lives,
that's doing the briefing.
get yourself entered into that giveaway. Last month's giveaway was won by Ron Wilson, TPC 142. He won himself an Orbix gift card, so that's pretty dope. We have Explorer missions that are available. Check those out. They are fun. I've flown 2 of them, and I had fun doing that. The screenshot winner for last month, October, was James, TPC 410. And we have a thread. Let me actually show you guys quickly. We have a thread under
don't know it, Mark?
screenshots. There's a screenshot contest. If you cannot see the thread, go to this thread button up here, and it'll show you older threads or new threads. You can click on it, and then you can join the thread so that it'll always show up. All right, so we have a weekly podcast that is back in action. I am sad to say I don't remember who posted it, but it was posted, and
Is
it
he
was
on
good,
Twitch?
It was good
No,
content.
he's
So
not.
go ahead and check that out. Show TPC some love on YouTube. If you would like to help out the club financially, you can donate. There's some stuff that we'd like to do, give back to the community, or give back to its members with some contests and things like that. We have some partner discounts. Hit up the partner discount page. We have some
If
staff
you want to check out
vacancies.
the pilot club, though, the guys I'm flying with,
we
there's
have something to say?
information for him.
All right. We have some staff vacancies. If you want to give us your blood, sweat, and tears, go ahead and click that view vacancies button and join the community as a leader, as staff. We have some merch. I actually ordered my merch from Tommy in October, and I just got the package. So I have a TPC shirt, and I got some stickers, and I'm going to figure out when to wear it. We have our flight school. The training department is hiring flight instructors. You can check out the club notams in our Discord. I think it was posted on 10/29 to get some more information. If you are interested in being a flight instructor, you can also
All right,
email
I need to work on
cfi at
fixing this.
thepilotclub.org to get some more deets. We have some club liveries. If you click on this link here, we have some official liveries, and then we have a couple of member submitted liveries. All right, now for some administrative stuff here. While you're on Discord, use the mute or push to talk feature. Call signs. We would encourage you guys to use your call signs while connected to VATSIM, your TPC call signs. And in the remark
Oh, you can, like,
your
rotate it.
VATSIM tool, operated by the Pilot Club, would be wonderful to use. That kind of gives us not clout, but it gives us a presence on the VATSIM network. And I think that's a good thing for the club. We've actually had one or more members actually join the club because they saw all the TPC activity on VATSIM. So that's pretty awesome. Members tonight that fly will get 250 TPC points. Those that use their call signs on VATSIM will get 500 TPC points. Those members that are not onboarded should not be flying this flight. You can simply get onboarded by going to the About and SOP channel in Discord, and there's instructions on how to get onboarded. We have a thing called sterile flight deck, and that just means while we're in flight that we try and keep our conversation flight related. And be professional. Don't miss your ATC calls. And while we're on Unicom, or if we get on Unicom, just make sure that you are speaking clearly and often so that we don't run into each other. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this flight tonight. So tonight we are doing Stampede Pass. We use the Seattle sectional chart and the TAC. There are some enhancements, some add-ons if you're interested. This is the rough flight plan. We'll actually, I think the rest of it I can show you while we are there. There is one restricted area that we did do a little bit of chatting about in the thread.
There's
so
not
here we
much
are
of a
at
restricted
Seattle,
area.
and over here just north is Boeing. Currently, I did not communicate with ATC that we were going to have both two airports, so if everyone can make sure that they load up into Seattle, that would be very helpful. So we're going to take off from Seattle, and basically it's the Stampede Pass over here on the right that we're going to be flying. Here is the Hansen Reservoir. So basically as you're flying southeast, start looking for the railroad tracks, or start looking for this valley here, and go ahead and follow it through. So there's a couple of airports on the way. And when you get out of this valley, if you want to, you can go ahead and do a touch and go at Bowers.
That's good.
Once you
the
pass
most part.
Bowers and start heading south, there is a restricted area here over on the right, and we believe that it is active. So do you try it?
No reason to go in there,
VATSIM
though.
doesn't simulate it, but we just want
that
to
area.
kind of fly using some real life rules. So do your best to stay out of this restricted zone. You've got a VOR here, so if you want to tap into that and fly on radial 33, you should be fine. Or you can just take a look at this airport and just make sure that you're either
I'm gonna
further
get the
away from
ATIS
this
while
mountainside.
While
right
he's
here.
talking
The
there,
further you're away from this
where's my
mountainside, is the
thing?
clearer you are from this restricted area. So once you pass this VRA here, we'll continue going southeast. I believe this is the last air.
I'm gonna mute him real quick.
990. Suggested runways 34 right and 34 left. Notices to air mission. Arrivals advised if you have two runway scenery. Command error in phone. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Bravo, okay.
Seattle Tacoma International Airport has information Bravo 0053 Zulu. Web 360 at 17. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 8,000. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 4. Dew point -3. Altimeter 2990. Suggested runways 34 right and 34.
Okay, I'm good. Oh, are they done with the briefing? I think they're done. Possibly. Yeah, I think they are. Yep, he done. That's fine with me. I'm about ready to go. Just need to call up delivery. 128.0. And altimeter. Wait, I gotta get rid of that page. And then there we go. 2990.
Club, please say again your call sign, please.
You don't think it flew up
1397, 1397.
Oh, nice.
1397. Pilot Club 1397, PDC on the way. Copy.
Let's see here. Do I call them anything special besides Seattle? No, okay.
Seattle, clearance Pilot Club 7227 is a Cessna 310 VFR departure to the east.
Was that Pilot Club 310 calling?
No, that was Pilot Club 7227.
Pilot Club 7227, PDC on the way. Stand by.
Wait, PDC? We don't do PDCs. We're tiny little aircraft. Jeez. Seattle clearance, Pilot Club 341 VFR request.
Pilot Club 341, delivery, go ahead.
Pilot Club 341 requesting VFR to the southeast with Bravo.
Pilot Club 341, yeah, expect PDC here in a minute.
Expect Bro, we're VFR, we're tiny aircraft. Why are they sending PDCs? What?
In Seattle clearance, Pilot Club 691 with Bravo, VFR departure southeast.
These dudes. Yes, it's a PDC airport. No, it does not mean every single person gets a PDC. Anyways, I don't need that on anymore. Am I the only one over here? Oh, there's one guy over there. One guy over that way. Well, I guess we're waiting.
Pilot Club calling. What was that last one? Sure, it's the Pilot Club 691 with Bravo, VFR departure southeast. Okay, Pilot Club 641, PDC on the way, stand by. Standing by,
Seriously, why are they doing PDCs to all these guys? Just read off our clearance. VFR clearances, you don't... Like, it's like half the length, you know? Hey, P.O. Boss, do you want to go join voice chat at all somewhere? Oh, you're deafened, dang. Look at you.
Seattle clearance, Pilot Club 36, south ramp with information.
Okay.
Bravo, request VFR departure to the southeast.
We'll move over there. And then I gotta turn off the push to talk. There it is. And we got the PDC. What's this look like? You're cleared out of the Seattle class Bravo. Maintain VFR at or below 3,500. 1505 on the squawk. Contact ground short of Bravo for taxi. Okay, we got it. Okay, so we squawk 1505. At or below 3,500, so that's what we're climbing up to. Come on, can I get it right, please? 3,500. What runway though? I have no idea. You know, actually, instead of using vertical speed, I'm gonna use indicated airspeed. We're gonna climb out at about 90 knots. That should be plenty fast enough for this particular plane. And Now we'll go. What's ground frequency? 121.7. Okay. 121.7.
Pilot Club 306, runway 34 right, taxi via Bravo, behind company traffic. Taxi 34 right via Bravo, behind the company traffic, Pilot Club 306. Seattle Ground, Pacific 7812 on Bravo at Alpha.
Oh, and I guess it looks like P.O. Boss is here. Over in the voice chat. Just not saying
Pacific
anything.
7812, Seattle Ground, welcome. Taxi
Holy
to the terminal
crap,
via
this
Bravo.
ground controller is loud, I can't hear myself.
Taxi terminal via Bravo, 7812, thank you.
Holy fuck, he's loud. Oh my god.
Pilot Club 1397, contact tower. 119.9er. Over the tower, 119.9 for 559
How is he so loud? Or why? Do you have your push to talk on at all? I feel like you do.
Ground, Pilot Club 2000 at the south ramp.
Sorry, what did you say? I was...
With Bravo?
My brain turned off.
I was just thinking maybe you had push to talk on or something. Oh god, that's a bright taxi light. Look, you see this on my screen?
1397, correction, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
That's the taxi light. This is the landing light.
Pilot Club 7227, contact approach 125.6.
Is there not a tower? I thought there was a tower. No, there's not. Okay. Yeah, like what the heck is that taxi light?
I did not realize I even had an
And
altitude in my
Pilot
flight
Club
plan.
306, over to approach at 125.6.
Maybe I forgot to file. That might have been what happened.
You don't need to file your VFR.
No, but these like you need to have an altitude with like of 500.
Pilot
So,
Club
you know, plus
36,
500.
taxi runway
but I didn't realize
34
that.
Who said you
right
need flight
via
filing?
Bravo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Ooh, that's a cool moon back there.
All right.
Just lighting this dude up. If he had mirrors on his plane. Oh gosh. Seattle Ground, Pilot Club 341, holding short Bravo, south ramp.
Pilot Club 341, runway 34 right, taxi via Bravo, behind the citation.
1510.
34 right via Bravo, Pilot Club 341. Behind the citation? What? What citation?
Pilot Club 563,
Like, I gotta turn off my taxi lights to be able to see. What
Gotta use your
citation?
landing lights as taxi lights.
Yeah, basically.
Aircraft calling, repeat your call sign, please.
Pilot
I
Club
looked up and there's a
563.
bonanza in my face.
Pilot Club 563, runway
Citation
34
tunnels?
right, taxi via Bravo, behind the company traffic.
I don't see a citation.
34 right, Bravo behind all the rest of the cool kids. 563.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I mean, we're all going the same direction and all that, so it's not like they can really separate us.
Pilot Club 36, monitor departure 125.6.
No, that's not.
125.6. Pilot Club 36.
The actual taxi place is over here. The taxi place.
Seattle Ground, Pilot Club 2000, ready to taxi.
Go to ground.
Did you
Pilot
already do
Club
delivery?
2000,
Oh.
runway 34 right,
And you got your
taxi
really
via
weird
Bravo.
VFR PDC?
Behind the Skyhawk.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, because he's so
Your
loud.
ears. Yeah.
Did you see the red moon last night? I didn't see it in person, but it looks like it's still over here in the city. What the heck? I'm being followed by a glow-in-the-dark 172. Did you see that? Glow-in-the-dark 172.
It's like
Oh
an
my
obstacle
gosh.
you'd see in a
Pilot Club
laser tag arena.
341, monitor departure 125.6. See ya.
Oh gosh. Departure 125.6, Pilot Club 341. I just ran over a guy.
Pilot Club 563, monitor departure 125.6. See ya.
Accidentally ran a guy over.
563. Thanks.
I don't know where to hold short, really.
Bravo.
But, like, it's so far away.
Yeah,
It feels
just
so
go hold
weird.
short of Bravo. There's a whole line that tells you where to hold short and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to.
Your face is a whole line. Take that.
No, this guy that I'm like on his ass. I'm sniffing his plane. Actually, I think I'm not touching him. Yeah, the blade is barely not touching him. I'm good. Nope, I'm gonna back the plane up real quick.
I'm taxiing so slow.
Okay.
I just
I
want
mean, you can call ground way before you get there too.
Okay. I found the line. I think.
There we go. No, I'm not. Like, I mean, the prop is still way too close, but I'm not eating them anymore. On the right frequency, right? I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, 125.6. Huh. Okay. Oh, it doesn't like I have my parking brake on.
My iPad!
Rip. That was loud. Just screaming about your iPad.
I'm sorry.
Where the heck is this like approach control? Time to light up the. Oh gosh, I'm so close to this guy. This whole tail just gets lit up. I'm not even gonna use lights. I'm gonna use the dude's lights that are behind me. Oh, it's no longer a pink Cessna.
Oh wow.
It's probably just because he's too far away. It was level of detail stop or something. I should probably put in some flaps. Not that I need them with a. How long is this runway? With an almost 12,000 foot runway. Yeah, we're not using flaps. Fuck that. We don't need them.
3 miles worth of runway.
Oh, is it 3 miles? Fly
I
into the
mean,
light.
1,500-ish feet would be like 3 miles. 3 statute miles. Actually, well,
Okay.
something like that. I don't know.
I think somewhere around 6,000 is like a mile or something like that.
Yeah. 5,280 feet is a statute mile, and then
Okay.
6,000.
It's
A little
actually
over
good.
6,000.
That's actually good to know, because basically once someone is, I think it's about 8 to 10,000 feet, like, you know, airborne off the runway, I can send another plane if I'm controlling. So it's good to be able to convert that. So it's like what, 1.2 nautical miles at 10,000, I think, something like that. Bro, where the fuck is the approach controller? Like, we're waiting for him. You know,
Power
while we're...
on?
No.
No. Oh, but approaches.
Yes.
Should get that in.
I have approach. Did they tell you to switch to approach?
Nope. $25, 25.6.
Yeah, what the hell? He probably didn't have his voice on. Let me go back real quick.
Pilot Club 444, runway 34 right, taxi via Bravo, and line up behind the other Pilot Club aircraft.
34 right via Bravo, line up
7, turn right heading
Oh, I hear him.
070, runway 34
That
right.
would be me. He didn't know how to identify me.
Oh, the Wilga?
Alright, sorry guys, I didn't know I couldn't hear y'all.
No worries.
I didn't know.
Let's show up, y'all.
I love that there's a cub just ingesting a Baron.
Oh, me?
Pilot Club
Yes.
7227, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
See that, I guess.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait, Pilot Club 7227.
See, I'm trying to put in a
Oh,
bunch of my
baby.
waypoints.
I can't see the Cessna in front of me. This thing's
Oh,
a tail
I
dragger
should
with a
start
radial up front. It
Mine's
like
a tail
blocks up
dragger.
all of
I
your
can't
ground
see
vision.
up front. I mean, normally you'd be doing like the whole S turns thing, but I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Blind. I should pretend I need to do a run up. No. Just gonna stay in line with everyone else, I think.
Okay, there we go. It's like I don't actually know how to monitor in this plane, but I figured it out.
Oh, where you're not, like, actually talking to them or something?
No, it just told me to monitor.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. I mean, to monitor, all you do is you just don't talk.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean to only to put them like in receive only in your
Club
comm unit.
7227, wind 02017, turn right heading 070, runway 34 right, clear for take.
Right, heading 070, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff, Pilot Club 7227.
Pilot Club 306, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
34 right, line up and wait, Pilot Club 306.
Pilot Club 1397, radar contact, stay altitude.
Okay, that doesn't passing through 2.2.
Pilot Club 1397,
Let's see, this is something like my flight plan that I got in the phone now. What was what was one of the last ones? Sunid, I think. It was. Or before.
Pilot Club 1397, VFR altitude, your discretion, on course approved.
Copy, on course,
Course
VFR
approved.
altitude, for discretion on 1397.
Pilot Club 306, wind 02017, turn right heading 070, runway 34 right.
He's gonna
clear
give the
for
same instructions to like all
Right
of
heading
us.
070, clear for takeoff, 34 right, Pilot Club 306.
What direction is 0?
Huh?
I was just checking what direction 070 was from
Pilot Club
us. but we're
7227, radar
taking off like
contact,
north.
stay altitude.
It's northeast.
That's in 1500, Pilot Club 7227.
Pilot Club 7227, right.
And do you actually see me as a cub?
Yeah. Not that cub,
Wait,
but
Pilot Club
a cub.
1397, confirm
Well,
your
yeah,
IFR.
it's not gonna be
VFR for 5 minutes.
it's not gonna be all of the colors
Pilot Club
like this.
1397.
No.
Definitely,
Pilot
it's not gonna be the right
306, radar
livery.
contact, stay altitude.
You show up as an ex-cub.
No, at least that's good. That's
Pilot
fine.
Club 36, Seattle.
I wouldn't expect it to be able to match the livery too, since it's not
Pilot Club
matched to a certain
36,
call
wind
sign.
02017, turn right heading 070, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Right heading to 070, 34 right, clear for takeoff. Pilot Club
Nope, I got a glowy Cessna. But then I
Pilot
said,
Club
oh wait, or is that
7227,
even a
VFR
Cessna?
altitude, your discretion, on course approved.
Yeah, it's a Cessna. It's a tail dragging Cessna. Maybe you.
That's me. Yeah.
Wait, do we have a DA-62?
Pilot Club 306, traffic just off your nose, a couple miles. Looks like a twin Cessna, about 3,500.
We're looking for the traffic, Pilot Club 306.
Pilot Club 306, roger. They're looks like they're starting to turn to the south.
Roger, still not that on track.
That was when my camera raised.
We got them in sight for
What?
Pilot Club 27, correction 7227.
I was,
Pilot Club
I was
7227.
like trying to hope that I could scoot my camera up a little bit, but it was already up.
Pilot Club 341,
I
runway
still
34
couldn't see
right,
anything.
line up and wait.
34 right, line up and wait, Pilot Club 341. What was that?
Traffic's in sight for Pilot Club 306.
And I assume you don't want to hear me double, so I gotta make it so when I push to talk, it doesn't do the thing.
Kodiak November 7161 at 11,000.
Keybinds, push to mute. There we go. I'm just very slowly lining up here. Because I'm also trying to work on other stuff. Actually, I need all my lights on now, even the bright one.
Pilot Club 341, wind 02017, turn right heading 070, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Right to 070, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff. Pilot Club 341.
Falco 306, VFR altitude, your discretion on course.
Lighting up the sky.
Altitude, our discretion on course approved. Falco 306.
Oh, is it showing that? Not on your screen, but I don't know.
No.
I don't know if it's the X-Cub mod that I have or if it's the lighting mod that does this kind of lighting.
And Falco 341,
Combination of both,
turn off
possibly.
the departure in the 3-4 right.
Start the turn after departure, Pelican 341.
Falco
So wait,
563,
does that mean I get
runway
to fly over the
34 right,
terminal?
line from White.
563 lining up on 34 right.
I think so.
Falco 1397, you're leaving the Seattle Bravo airspace.
Copy that, 1397.
And are you guys flight following all the way to, let's go.
I think I'm not gonna do flight following.
Yeah, from 1397.
Maybe.
Affirmative, are you keeping the flight following?
Look at that. I just flew straight over the terminal there. So he told me to turn 070. I did it. Follow the instructions.
Falco 563, 102017, turn right heading 070, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
070 almost looks
Right
like
to
090 here.
070,
Maybe
clear
because of the
34
wind.
right,
I don't know.
563.
Falco 36, VFR altitude, your discretion, on course approved.
VFR altitude, my discretion, on course approved. Pilot Club 36.
Probably shouldn't be climbing at this kind of speed though. My ears probably wouldn't like it.
And I think that's like well over your best rate of climb.
What do you mean?
At your airspeed. If you'd slow it, or if you keep it full throttle but slow it down a bit, you'll climb a
Falco
lot steeper.
7227, you left Seattle Bravo airspace, you keeping the flight following or dropping it here? Keeping the flight following for Pilot Club 20.
Center run?
7227.
Are they?
Yeah, center's on now.
Are we doing flight following then? Are they
I don't
ready
think
for
I
it?
And Pop Club 2000, you ready for departure?
Yep, ready to go.
Also, Pilot Code 4200.
Pop Club 2000, Roger. Before you go, Squawk 1507.
Oh, we have Tri-Cities Tower online.
1507.
For some reason, Spokane Approach is on. Doing absolutely nothing over there, not even an ATIS.
Pop Club 563, Squawk 1560.
1560, 563.
Pop Club 2000, 102017, turn right heading 070 off the departure end, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Right heading 0.
Oh, did he say that to me off the departure end?
Affirmative.
Right,
I don't know.
2006.
If he did, I messed that up.
34 right, clear for takeoff.
34 right, clear for takeoff.
Pop Club 341, VFR altitude, your discretion, on course approved.
On course, altitude our discretion, Pilot Code 341. So I'm gonna have to make a, let's call it a 150 heading turn here.
Pop Club 563, on course approved, VFR altitude, your discretion.
I'm basically gonna stay
Altitude,
at
our discretion, on course
3500 though.
563. Thank you.
Maybe that's a little too far on the turn. Yeah, it definitely was.
And Pop Club 306, leaving Seattle Bravo airspace, you keeping the flight following or dropping here? We will drop it here from Pop Club 306. Pop Club 306, Roger. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Pop Club 306, thanks to
It's kind of funny when I actually just look at the taxi light down there. You know, it's just a tiny
Club
little thing.
2000,
The
radar
prop
contact,
half
stay
blocks.
1000, Pop Club 2000. Pop Club 2000, Roger. On course approved, VFR altitude, your discretion.
You didn't even
It's a little
ask
piece
for
of the
most
sun.
of our altitudes.
altitude, our discretion. Pilot Club 2000.
Pop Club 4200, on course approved, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this
Clear
fully
for
at
takeoff,
nighttime.
34 right.
I'm gonna do my usual.
Correction, Pilot Club 4200.
I'm gonna do my usual thing of just changing the date so the moon is fuller.
Kodiak, November 7161 at 11,000 for Charlie Yankee,
There you go, number 6. 6 should work.
161, Seattle approach squawk 1535.
Whoa. My tail got up instantly.
Mine almost did.
Squawk 1535, 716.
I did.
Close 2000 VFR altitude to discretion.
That's why you don't slam the throttle forward.
I don't know if that one was for me. That call.
714 Tango Sierra, Seattle departure yet.
I don't know if it was you or not.
74 Tango Sierra, say it again.
74 Tango Sierra, wind 02017, on course approved, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 34 right, on course departure approved. 74 Tango Sierra.
Club 1397, contact Seattle Center, 135.45, see ya.
Feel bad for the center control having to give flight following to all of us.
Club 1397, approach.
Go 4, 1397.
Contact Seattle Center 135.45, see ya.
Oh, Seattle Center 135.5 for 1597, see ya.
7161, radar contact.
You know, now that we're
John Miles
basically in
west of Seattle
cruise,
Airport.
though, I finally got the rest of the PC parts today.
Club 36, about to leave the Bravo. You keeping flight following or dropping here?
We'll drop flight following here. Pilot Club 36.
Club 36, Roger, Squawk VFR, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Pilot Club 36.
Club 4200, radar contact, stay out.
2,500, climbing 5,500.
Club 4200, Roger, VFR altitude to discretion.
Oh no.
Club 444, wind 02017, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
What happened?
I accidentally let go of my button just a little bit. I didn't push it hard enough, so he responded, and then I
Club
called
2800,
back.
departure yet?
Doesn't matter.
It does, because he said something. I don't know what he said.
Depart or altitude your discretion
2000, departure
and
yet?
your own navigation, basically.
Okay.
Nah, I got a, you know, a sharp old knife here. It's just a kitchen knife. Just to open the boxes.
Club 2000, Seattle approved. There you are, on course approved.
Unboxing.
On course.
Yep. With the last 2 parts for the
4 Tango
upgrade.
Sierra, radar contact, stay altitude.
Altitude 1600, headed for 1700.
Why is tape so hard to cut, though?
Roger, Pop Club 444 yet?
It's only 1 layer of tape, too. I even went and put painter's tape over different labels on this. I ain't leaking my address, fuck that.
444, holding short, runway 34 right.
Club 444 departure, Roger, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
This is probably the worst way to cut this kind of stuff, but you know what? I can just rip it open.
Into the eastbound
There it is.
Eastbound departure.
This box is now made with less material. It gives you a QR code to scan and see why. I don't care. I just want my stuff.
Club 691 departure yet?
And then what we got? We got that that Ryzen 7 CPU
Club
there.
691 is on
The
departure.
thing there in the side.
Club 691.
It's probably kind of hard to
Roger,
see.
Squawk 1501, runway 34 right, line of
There's
That's
the
it.
schmexy box.
Yeah.
Squawking 1501.
One side of the box is heavier than the other because they put the CPU on the side there. The rest of it's probably air. Yeah. Thermal solution sold separately, even though they gave us a giant ass box. Or not giant, but like compared to the CPU, it's giant.
Say the squawk for the Pilot Club 691 again.
1501.
Then I got a bigger box. A bigger,
Is that
slightly heavier box.
1501?
Affirmative.
That's how am I even gonna do this? I guess just something like that. I'll at least use the knife on the side tape there.
It's a hefty box.
Oh yeah, it's a bigger box at least. It probably includes some other stuff. Yeah, unboxing, yeah, definitely. We got giant, not even real bubble wrap. It's just the thick stuff.
Oh,
You
the
know?
giant chunky.
Yeah.
The ones that sound
Chunky.
like nukes if you squeeze them right.
Yep. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Club 7220.
Oh, that one didn't do it. Oh,
Oh,
dang
that's
it.
the worst.
Last
your
one
hopes up
didn't do
for
it.
Yeah, sir, 135.45.
That one on the floor.
227. Yeah. Falco 341, you left the Bravo. You keeping the flight following or dropping here?
Negative flight following Pilot Cub 341.
Falco 341, Roger. Squawk VFR, radar service terminated. Frequency change proof. Yeah.
Squawk VFR, frequency change proof, Pilot Cub 341. Dang it, my sim froze too.
November.
There it goes, we're good.
Pilot Club 444.
VFR though.
You and somebody else are like right on top of each other, at least on my map. Or
what map is that?
Nope. Well,
I need daytime for this. I don't know if I can do this at night. Especially if us going through like this whole canyon thing.
Pilot Club 691, wind 020 at 17.
Oh yeah, I'm way off.
Heading 070.
I'm supposed to be going over that way.
Right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Pilot Club 691, turn right heading 070.
Club 444, radar contact, squawk 1575.
Can you get traffic on this? Kinda, yeah, you can. I don't look like I'm on top of someone.
Yeah, I think it was just a weird
Departure, Pilot Club 410.
glitch thing. There was like two arrows right on top of each other where you and some other numbers were, but
Seattle Tower, or correction, Seattle departure.
that is no longer the case.
There we go, Unicom. Don't need to listen to them anymore. Yeah, but I'm supposed to go into this canyon. After looking at the whole briefing here.
Well, I keep my landing lights on to keep me visible, but
for the people that are doing nighttime, yeah. Okay, this motherboard fits almost perfectly into the box here. If you see that, they got like the perfect size box here. I gotta like dump it out over here or something, and hope it doesn't just fall straight over and die. You know, that would suck. Like my motherboard was delivered to me like this, it broke. But yeah, we got the big old fancy RG Strix thing there. The B550.
somebody's climbing up at me.
But bunch of pictures and stuff at the back. Apparently supports AMD Crossfire, which I'm not using.
I'm gonna be honest, my brain is like overloading right now.
With aircraft stuff?
Yeah, I'm just like trying to list it, and then I'm getting all these traffic warnings now.
Oh, because your thing. Oh, I should maybe not hit a mountain.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise.
Pull back on the power a little bit too.
Okay. Alright, my traffic warnings have gone away.
Good.
Oh, there they are.
Wait. Oh, is it from Taiwan? I didn't know that. Is there anything that says that on there? Oh, it says made in China. So, I mean, depending on the company's political views, that could mean Taiwan. But anyways, we got knife. I'm gonna open this one.
Expecting them.
Even though the stream isn't until Thursday for actually building this whole thing, I'm gonna have to kind of take almost everything off my desk here. Even the flight sim stuff, which I haven't unmounted in like a year. Yeah, you got that new box, new electronic part smell there. It's kind of hard to see that because of the reflection. I don't want to dump it over too much or else it's gonna fall out. Yeah, but it's got that new box, new computer part smell. Oh, wait. Trying to get the box in the box. I'm trying to get it to where it'll shut. There it is. Anyways, that's enough opening. So I have... Let's see, I got CPU, motherboard. I'm even going to stick my 2 old RAM sticks in there, because they'll still work with my current one, so I can double my capacity. Let's see here. Throw the box over there. We got a good old tube of thermal paste. What the heck? This wire's stuck a little bit. It's fine with me, whatever. Yeah, we got the little tube of thermal paste where the image is partially covered up by a sticker. Right there, the MX4 stuff. And then the heavy-ass PC cooler back here. Or at least heavy compared to almost everything else. Right there, this will all be done, you know, tomorrow. I'm probably gonna need to dust my case out because that shit's probably dusty as hell. I've opened it like 2 or 3 times since I built the PC now, and it's always dusty. Can I see anyone behind me? Not really. This train does look pretty cool, even with all the snow and stuff. It's kind of funny. You can see where some power lines are because there's just more snow than everywhere else. You see that? Bro, there's gonna be a PC build stream. If you looked at the announcements earlier when I was announcing the stream was gonna happen, I put a thing and they're saying there was gonna be a thing on Thursday. It's just I don't want to do it tomorrow because then I'm trying to do the like Bush Wednesday thing for the first time. Jeez, there's some turbulence. Like my plane is shaking all around. What kind of winds am I getting? I'm getting
I'm not gonna fly the
7.
course.
No, I'm like, what is that? Like 14 gusting 21 or something like that, and it's like a headwind.
Yeah, the
Are you
winds
having
are
that
not
wind?
nice. A little bit, but I'm in a much heavier plane, so it's not hitting me as hard.
I guess.
Also, I'm not quite in the as deep in the mountains yet.
I'm deep in here. It's got my plane all
Okay.
sorts of shaking around. I might go up a couple thousand feet to maybe help it a little bit. Maybe it'll be less gusty. If go
I
up.
made a mistake by trying to follow trying to fly the like my GPS lines.
Oh, don't do that.
But
That's,
yeah,
I didn't,
that was
bro.
getting me
Most
some
GA
trouble
stuff,
with
I
traffic.
don't try to put in GPS lines. Only for like an assist, so I know which direction I'm going.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't have autopilot, so I can't just like fly it like that. But I was trying to hold that line, and there's just there's so many people who I guess are
Where
using
are
the
you?
autopilot.
You got a guy just off your left.
I
about
am
same
behind you
altitude.
up 1,600 feet.
Well, I'm gonna be up probably a little higher than you here soon. I'm climbing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 5 miles behind.
Yeah, I was gonna go, you know, low, but I don't know about that now.
I'm still flying at night too.
I don't trust myself flying in the mountains at night. Last time I did that, it was doing a race across the country and I crashed. I had crash damage on and everything, you know, set me back a bit. It was during one of those big charity race things CDL hosted.
Those are fun. I like those.
They were. I flew in all. Oh, actually, no, I missed 2 of them because I was out of town, I think, for those.
I've flown in 2 of them. And
I
flew
think
the
I streamed all of
SR-22
them.
for 'em.
I think I streamed all of them, but that, you know, there's one I had like 2 viewers during the whole stream. Like, you know, my friends, you know, whenever it would have been we were playing COD, they would come and check up on me. And they'd probably go play COD.
I'm catching up to you.
Because I was climbing, so I had to slow down. Or I'm still climbing. I'm going up to 5,500.
To how high?
5,500.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I still gotta figure out to where or how I'm gonna do the second camera here. I might just angle my TV in such a way where I can have it go off the side of the TV, not even the front or back, but just the side of the TV, so it's like kind of facing downwards a bit. Because I think this camera can do that. Let me see here real quick. You guys might get a little dizzy.
I lost you.
What? Oh, you can't see him anymore?
Yeah. I don't know if
Okay,
you're
I mean, I guess I could have it kind of sitting like that. That would almost work. Of course, you can't see what I'm talking about, but yeah, something like that.
Watching stream.
Well, yeah, but
See, notepad.
you still can't see what I'm talking about when it comes to. Oh gosh, now we're facing upwards. Is that a little better? I think that's good. Maybe it needs to be down.
Where did your lights go?
What?
Where did your lights go?
Oh, you lost me. Do you need me to turn on the taxi light? Not that you'd see it on your screen. As that bright. Don't forget to, you know, work with your mixtures as you go higher. Gosh, I'm supposed to follow the road here. Or not the road, just whatever that is down there. River, maybe?
What's it? What road is it? Oh, that
I
doesn't.
guess you have snow everywhere?
I don't, actually.
You have live weather?
Yes, but I guess it's just not updated.
What the heck?
Ah, I see you again. Unless that's...
I see someone way
here.
back there.
Yeah, that should... I'm like...
Surprised
I'm
I
at
don't hear
here,
anyone
like,
on
5 o'clock.
Unicom yet. Like
Yeah.
maybe someone already made it all the way to... What is that? Dever Field? Don't even know if I'm probably gonna stop there.
It didn't work.
Oh, fuel imbalance. I forgot about that. This plane does that. Technically, I was just turn on the fuel pump and then switch it, but whatever. Works either way.
It's a little plump.
And I'll turn on pulse lights. I don't know if it's really gonna come over on that soon. Probably not. Anything else I need to do in here? I don't think so. I'm gonna check real quick if they ever made an update to these livery packs or a mod for the Xscope. Probably not. Let's see your add-ons.
So many highlighted call signs.
Yeah. It happens
It's
on GA
wonderful.
Tuesday. Yeah, last update was August 7th, 2021 for all of these livery packs.
Rip.
Yeah. The mod for the plane... it doesn't say a date. But I think that's the same version I got. And then what about the actual, like, planes they made? Yeah, those haven't been updated in a bit either. August 29th, 2021.
Oh, I have snow.
Or did it just appear?
Well, it's a little bit silly because the windshield is tinted. And so I rolled down my window.
Oh, you rolled down your window?
Yeah, I rolled down my window and I saw that the ground is not green, it is white.
It's like 40% green out there. And then, you know, 68% white.
Demographic breakdown of most American cities.
Actually, apparently not anymore. Apparently,
Dude, where
the minorities are no longer, are almost no longer becoming minorities. They're the majority almost.
In my city, it's 11% black. Like my little section of the Woodlands, or not the Woodlands. That's the section, but of Houston.
I mean, I know there's I forgot which street it is downtown. I'm just gonna call it the 9th Street, I think. I want to say 9th Street Divide is what they call it. And it's literally the line between the east half of the city and the west half of the city. The west half of the city is majority, you know, people of color. East half of the city is majority white. You even go up to some sections of that, you got the dudes with the $1 million mansions. You know, all that kind of stuff. And Blue Man, are you still here? You wanna come fly along? I think you were doing that one command earlier to try and come fly along. Yeah, this plane's tail is just wiggling around as it tries to keep itself steady in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like glassy smooth, but it'd still be a comfortable flight for me. You know, you're getting tossed around.
Well, see, I have FS Realistic that adds a bit of camera shake. You know, like you'd actually be feeling in a plane, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You actually tell when there's actual turbulence out there.
But even on like the external view.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the speed a little lower just because of this. I got 11 gallons per hour on the fuel burn. I'm not exactly sure how much fuel I have.
What?
I have plenty of fuel for this. If I'm burning 11 per hour, I have like 3 hours of fuel almost.
Yeah, I got 242 left.
Oh, I don't get the luxury of a digital display for that. I only get that for fuel burn.
That's my only digital display I have.
It's the fuel. Oh, is it not? No, I don't even have the analog needles. I just look up there and it's a pipe that sticks out of the tank.
It's gonna be a pretty terrible screenshot, but I'm gonna show you what I'm working with, like night lighting included.
We'll have to see it here.
It's pitch black. My compass is useless because the little plane lights up, but the numbers don't, so I can't see where I'm heading.
Let me see here. I can guess your heading is right behind me. You're just following me, I'm guessing.
Yep, pretty much. Except I can't see your strobes again. I think anytime I'm like directly behind you, I can't see the strobes.
Yeah, that could be a thing actually. What is that? There's like a little building down there. It's just it's a random ass 6-story skyscraper. Like, you see that down there under the wing, kinda?
Let's see. Oh,
under my wing.
That's somebody's evil lair.
We found it in Flight Sim. It's definitely a little smoother up at 5,500.
I keep flashbanging myself. Every time I open up the Steam window. It's not even that bright, but just compared to the pitch black I'm flying in.
Wait, what? I mean, mine is all dark mode. What the fuck's up with yours?
No, it's dark. My Steam is dark. It's just still so much brighter.
Okay then.
There you
now
go.
we basically follow this valley.
Alright, have I crashed?
I don't know.
I'm gonna slow down a bit. I'm gaining on you.
A lot of people heading out here. There's one guy looks like he took the IFR route in a P-51. Or no, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. He's doing his own thing though. In a P-51 Mustang. Oh, look up 1397.
Just having a good time.
You know what? You know what's crazy? There's still 2 Pilot Cup guys on the ground in Seattle.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just a constant stream of dudes. Okay, I sent you the DM of what my cockpit looks like.
Oh, you didn't even post it, like, on the Discord or anything?
You're right.
So, there's his
Where'd I put
cockpit.
that?
He can kind of see stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see the compass in that screenshot. I can see it. The one up top there.
Oh. Yeah, the one up top is the CDI, so it doesn't show me my heading. It just shows the setting that I've dialed in for.
No, no,
like,
no. Like
local
in the
or
middle
VRs.
top.
Oh,
Like-
the magnetic, yeah.
Yeah.
That one works. But just the one that I like fixate on is dark. It's
Is it-
just a plane.
Is it the one? Yeah, the plane. Yeah. Also the moon in the background there.
I enjoy night flying.
Yeah. PSC. See, it's only when there's no clouds, there's plenty of moonlight. Okay, so we got here. Probably gonna be taking runway 30 over at Tri-Cities Pascal. It's 16 knots, gusty 23.
If that's a crosswind, I'm not even gonna take it.
Well,
I'm still working on my
They
crosswind
have to
landings
give
for
us
this.
runway 30 here. If they don't, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see here. If I pull up an airport chart, yeah, 30 is fine. Dare you ask him for 3 right, or 2-1 left. It's a 4,400 foot runway. It's half the width of the others. Instead of 150 feet, it's 75.
Want my life to be as miserable as possible. Oh, that's our landing spot. I thought you were talking about like the touch and go.
Yeah, my
Nice, that
max
makes it-
demonstrated crosswind is 11 knots.
I don't know what it is in this.
Mine has it printed there.
I'm sure it's printed somewhere in my cockpit, but
Or in the operating manual. I think
Does
you're
Canonical
almost
include
passing
those?
me up. You're, was that like a mile and a half behind me, I think? Maybe just a mile?
yeah, I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, I'm about a
Slow
mile.
the fuck down. Like, I'm trying to go fast. Within reason.
I'm like half throttle.
Bro, I even have the mod that makes this go faster. There's a frozen lake over there. Look at that.
I love that flight sim just goes, if there's snow, the lakes must be frozen.
Yeah. If there's snow, all the land must have snow on it.
Yes.
Even the runways and taxiways and parking areas.
It snowed on the
But
water.
apparently, if you make if you're like a scenery creator and you make the texture of or the color of the stuff, like, not the same color Sobo does it, you won't get snow on it, or at least not as much. Ooh, there's a guy that just passed me down below. Down there.
Oh yes,
Caught him.
there is.
It's just floating. And he's just coming right in front of me, too.
Towers Field, Pilot Club 06, Type Wilga, about 15 to the northwest, inbound for a touch and go on runway 11, Towers Field.
I guess we're not doing DeVere. We're doing Bowers. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, I lost track of that guy now. Oh, I still see him. We're good. He's way over there. We got a guy that I followed on Twitch. He's doing VATSIM, I think. Or at least ATC. It could be any of the ATC services.
Yeah, I didn't think there'd be a flight manual type of deal.
You can probably find it somewhere online if you paid like, you know, $100 or something to have it shipped physically. I bet you could find it. Yeah, so
Oh,
Thursdays.
this is news.
What is it?
I was trying to find the max crosswind for this thing. It's like, oh, cool. This one says crosswind and 195, so I clicked on it, and it was just about how some dude ground looped and crashed to 195.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so Thursdays, since I'm doing the like PC upgrade stream, then of course there's gonna be no flying Thursday.
Racist.
What? How?
I don't know.
Oh, why you think everything is like that? The world is not against you. It's only you against the world.
But that's the fun. If I just pretend everything is out to get me, then it's like a video game where everybody, you know, you just run around and boink, gain some XP.
Is that how I'm supposed to grow muscles? Is just go around and boink people? Gain XP?
Just run up to somebody, that's racist. Starts like a little fight scene. Just...
You and your weirdness.
Unfiltered PO.
Yep. Basically. Yeah, the guy that passed me is in a 337. Oh, and I see you're higher up now. You're 1,000 feet above me.
Yes.
You gonna pass me or something there?
I don't know.
Remember,
Not
pass on the
decided
pass on the left. 7 mile final, damn. Not entering the pattern or anything like that?
It's on that IFR flight plan.
Wait, who? What?
Said he's on that IFR flight plan.
Calendar break traffic, November 74 Tango Sierra.
One of these days, I want to do, you know, IFR during GA Tuesday.
Downwind, calendar break traffic.
It'd be kind of funny. Everyone's trying to like enter the downwind or something for an airport, and me, I'm just out 15-mile ILS. Or 15-mile RNAV or localizer or whatever.
Here, take this wrench. I throw it in your plans. I'm landing.
You guys better extend your downwind for me. Call the FAA. Make me go around, so help me.
So help me God. I will have your license.
November 74 Tango Sierra is turning base, runway 29.
You know, I should get like an altimeter check out here. Let's see here. What's Cle Elum Municipal? What is that one? Weather. Nothing. Okay. No weather at that airport. I guess I'll go to the one we're doing a touch and go at. Not
Here's
procedures. Wait, what?
Do
I have never seen an RNAV GPS Charlie. I've heard of procedures having like an A or maybe a B, but this one just has Charlie. What?
We're about 4 mile, 5 mile final.
Okay.
We got you in sight though, so we're just until you're
weather.
Over there.
We have altimeter 2991 if you want to put that in.
Yep. Yeah, these two dudes are going in the runway like head on with each other. I mean, at least they see each other so they can avoid, but...
Oh wait, what was the wind again? Oh, the wind.
At least some.
030 at 4. 030.
A lot better out here.
So I guess we're gonna take runway 7 straight in, kinda. Technically, we should be taking it wide and entering the downwind and all that. Like, technically go like a, you know, a higher than pattern altitude upwind, cross over field to downwind, and then go in that way. That's how you should be doing it. And that's how I'm gonna do it.
Ellensburg traffic, November 7th.
Oh, I'm closer than I thought.
Can go complete heading out on runway heading 29. Ellensburg traffic.
The way I always did it was
Where's
I flew
Ellensburg?
3 mile final, touch and go, runway 11. Traffic.
The way I always did it is I'd fly over the field 500 above pattern, and then fly out for a minute, and then do a right teardrop and do a left downwind.
Ellensburg traffic, November 7th, 4 Tango Head. Turning.
You can do that too. I usually just do the turn in instead of the teardrop.
Right pattern, Ellensburg traffic.
Teardrop is more difficult.
Gotta like turn and shit.
Teardrop's only for if there's someone that's right there on the downwind that you gotta fly over or something.
I find it
At
fun.
least for me. How far out am I?
Bowers traffic, Power Club 306, short final, runway 11 for a touch and go, southbound departure, Bowers traffic.
Wait, he's doing runway 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I can use Navigraph for this one.
And then I think
Wait, why is it
69
making me
running
sign
down.
in?
Oh, I heard that's a problem. Been a problem today.
Did it get rid of all my shit? That's what he probably did. Got rid of my whole flight plan or something. Oh, never mind, it stayed. Nice. It stayed, yay. It's a little laggy while it's trying to load stuff, though. Okay, let me go. Airports, Bowers. Open airport, charts, taxi. That one. Yeah, I'm gonna overfly midfield into the left downwind for this airport. What's the altitude? God. 1,700.
I keep forgetting what airport you're talking about. If it's just like
Bowers.
one of the ones along the way.
Bowers is one of the, it's the one that the briefing said we're stopping at.
Gross.
2,700. Add another couple hundred feet. I'm gonna go 3,300 for this crossing midfield and all that. And I'm gonna go ahead and start descending. I probably should have descended a while ago. Well, actually, wait, wasn't there a thing? Let's see. No, never mind. Nothing to worry about. It's all gonna be left traffic.
What's your airspeed?
125?
Okay.
What, are you gaining on me?
Yes, I'm gonna try to at least.
Are you right next to me?
Pretty much, yeah.
Slow her down, boy.
I was like 800 feet above.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Cub Tree 41 is a Carbon Cub. About 6 miles to the northwest. Gonna overfly midfield into the left downwind for runway 11, Bowers traffic. Hopefully everyone else gets the picture when I start saying, you know, all that.
Yep.
We'll turn the taxi lights on.
Blind to everybody. This entire city below us.
You know, if you need to, you might need to do your whole teardrop thing to make some space. I see 4 planes behind me.
I was doing a little like briefing in my head, and I said, I thought Pilot Club
for what
341
exactly?
heavy. Just what I was gonna say on the radio.
You don't need to say heavy. Hopefully I can see
also,
this runway
341 would be
with-
incorrect.
Yeah, hopefully it's 4200
Yes.
or 4200, however you really want to say it. I don't even see the airport just because of the snow. I mean, that might be it, right? Actually, that is it.
I see it because I'm cheating with the lights.
Oh yeah, you're actually no, you're doing it correctly because you're nighttime.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna do that now that, like, I'm at a place where there can be lights around. For now.
Yeah, it's like a little,
There it is.
it's like a town type of.
Oh, I forgot I had my pulse lights on. I'm like, why is it flashing so bright out to the side?
My lights are broken.
Pulse lights.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 4200 is 5 miles to the northwest. We're going to be overflying the field, doing a right teardrop into a left down for runway 11. Bowers field traffic.
That was a slow call.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club Tree 41 Carbon Cub overflying midfield and enter the left downwind runway 11 Bowers traffic. Okay, we'll descend here a little more. The plane's really like in the tail whips there. I actually need
The
to like
whippy
move my head up to be able to see anything because the screen's just bright.
Yeah, I think you can. Well, I guess. Yeah, I think you can mess with the brightness somewhere.
I have no idea for the screen. I mean, for everything else I know how to, but not the screen. Oh wait, yes I do, yes I do. Display.
1673.
It's already really low.
Well,
now it's as low as possible. I mean, the standby indicator, I wish I could change that one. But no.
Bowers traffic, Piper, Pilot Club 444, inbound for touch and go, runway 29, Bowers traffic.
I runway 29. Did he not look at the winds? Check
Also,
on
it's
the
gonna
winds
be a
again.
little-
It's 030 at 4. Wait, did we mess this up? 030.
That was
No, that's 30 degrees. We're fine on 1-1. It's gonna be a little bit of a crosswind, but that's fine. Bowers traffic, Pilot Club Tree 41 entering the left downwind for runway 11 of Bowers.
I wonder if I should say, like, mention something, because I don't want to, like, fly at him. Head on.
Midfield for what?
It's also well off midfield.
Is he?
Yes. He's behind me, and I'm just now coming over midfield.
I mean, even I announced it barely.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep my speed up for you. I'm a hand fly it now.
I can actually fly, I mean, fairly slow. Not the slowest, but...
Bowers field traffic, Pilot Club 4200 is overflying midfield for a right teardrop to a left down on runway 11. Bowers field traffic.
Alright. He's behind me, it's his job to see and avoid.
I guess. Yeah, he's...
I have the field in sight. Getting
Of course you if you did not be worried.
Bowers.
You know what's kind of funny? That's the guy that runs GA Tuesdays.
Oh. Oh no.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Cup 341, Carbon Cub, left base, runway 101 on the go, we'll fly runway heading, Bowers traffic. Now I gotta slow down.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut my teardrop a little bit short.
Bowers,
Just because that guy.
444 making a correction. Seems that there is an established pattern at runway 11.
There you
go. Into position. Bowers.
I'm gonna say something to him here. Took you a couple calls to figure that one out.
Yeah, I did.
Like, bro, we already had 1-1 established here.
Yeah.
I still hear 2 different runways being used on Bowers, though.
It seems the winds prefer runway 11.
Runway 11 is the active view.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Cup 341, final 1-1 on the go, runway heading, Bowers.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 4200 on a left downwind for runway 11. Bowers traffic.
Up, I can already see my taxi lights.
Pilot Club 444
I'm like, how high up? Like, the blade should be kind of stopping the stuff, the light a little bit too.
You got a mile to go and you just light up the whole
the whole field. Of course, there's snow on the runway. Luckily, lights exist. Bright ones too. Oh fuck! I bounced.
Luckily, I behold the sun.
I'm going full throttle. I'm not trying that again. Bounced a couple times.
I'm also gonna cut my base a little bit short too, because I was not really.
Pilot 341 on the upwind. We'll be making a departure to the south of Bowers traffic.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 4200, turning left base for runway 11. Bowers field traffic.
The Bowers Field?
I forgot.
Saying?
Yeah, it says Bowers Field on my map, and Bowers. I want to say just Bowers, but Bowers, either one's correct, so. I totally overshot.
I can't tell what the heck. Ah, yes.
Overshot big time.
It's not letting me hit my IAS button. And I don't know why.
Say it with me. It's racist.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 444 entering.
Why? Oh, because of my current. Okay, wait, I got it. I'll figure it out here. We got it.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 4200 on final for a touch and go on runway 11. Bowers traffic.
It's because my bugged altitude was exactly the same as what I was at.
A little bit off center. That's fine. Fix that. Just a little tippy tap. Alright, hold it, kiss.
What's the VOR I'm going to here?
I bounced. But can I recover it? Alright. Full throttle. Flaps up.
VOR is... What's the frig? I gotta look up on Sky Vector. The one for Navigraph is garbage. It's
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 4200 is on the upwind, departing to the south. Bowers field traffic. I didn't say upwind of runway 11.
6. All right, I have a VOR to follow. It was literally suggested to follow this VOR in the briefing.
Bowers traffic, Pilot Club 444 turning left base, runway 11, and turning on final runway 11. Bowers traffic.
There you go. Who? What? You're garbage, Drippy. I don't see you flying along. You're garbage.
I won't take that kind of talk, tomato boy.
Okay, and then after the VOR...
Calculated that. Flowers traffic, Pilot Club 444 turning on final runway 11 for a touch and go.
Can't noob. Well, go buy a console or a laptop to play while you're at college. Seems like the best idea. Go spend money while you're not we're probably not making money.
Bankrupt yourself.
No, don't do that.
I don't know. Bankruptcy is kind of fun.
And definitely don't bankrupt yourself by sending bits to your favorite female streamer just so they can read your name. That you shouldn't do that.
Oh my god! Thank you so much, Trippy.
Last 5 seconds, or maybe less. And like if you donate less than $10, they get they either don't announce it at all or they just get angry.
It's $5. What are you doing where you can watch Twitch all day, but you can't spare $5?
Exactly, bro. Bro, I call them simp farmers for a reason. They're out there farming the simps for their money.
Can't believe it works.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, they got tits. Of course, it's gonna work.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't. People aren't into man tits.
The power of titties.
It's kind of crazy to me because of the time change. Even though here on the West Coast, it's dark right now. It's that dark.
It's that SpongeBob Advanced Darkness.
Yeah, like it's 6:30 on the West Coast, and it's dark. Oh, bro. Gosh.
Oh.
Autocorrect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did say it wrong. But do I have to raid them though?
Yep.
I don't have to.
You have to. If, no, I can't think of a clause.
If what?
Flowers traffic.
If
no raid. Are you sure about that?
Last call. Flowers traffic.
Trader, let's go get our affiliate.
Wait, what? It was kind of crazy. It only took me like a month and a half to get it.
Yeah, you got it real quick.
Yeah, and you guys actually reminded me to do something, which is guide the raid to make it more expensive. And now it's more expensive. I was literally sitting there working on it. I just wasn't going to say anything until I did it. Or else Drippy was going to claim it. He can still claim it. He probably still has enough channel points, but it's just more expensive now. It's like 2,000 channel points more.
Yeah.
So 5,000 total.
Where'd you go?
Who? Me?
Oh, we're like side by side, but you're above me.
I'm above you? Huh.
Yeah. Well, only by like 500
You have
feet.
to consult your investors. You mean me, myself, and I? Am I above you?
I need to talk to my channel point accountant.
Channel point accountant. Oh my god. How far am I from this VOR? I'm 15 miles, okay. Because once I get over it, then
pencil it in for Thursday.
What?
Just
Pencil it
talking
in
to the
for
channel
Thursday.
point account. Thursday at 4 o'clock after lunch with Barbara.
Fuck, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna go on a 108-degree radial once I get past this VOR, because literally in the briefing it says to use the VOR. If I go over here to browser,
1160.
we have to avoid the restricted airspace, fly on the 330 radial.
I'm flying towards the restricted.
I am not on the
airspace.
Well, actually, you have to do the opposite of it. And I should be good. I should just skim it. Right.
I
Yeah, I should just be skimming it. Oh my god, I don't know if it's my mouse that's broken or if it's just the motherboard. Hopefully it's just the motherboard because I don't want to have to rebuy the mouse.
Mother mouse.
Luckily I got this thing on a discount. It's G502 Lightspeed, you know, wireless thing. It's pretty good. You only gotta charge it like once a week. If that, sometimes. It's actually kind of cool. And like it doesn't weigh that much. But I remember back when I had my wired one, I don't know why I preferred a super heavy mouse. I had like half of the weights you could put in it inside of it. But nowadays with this one, I have nothing. I have none of the weights in there, if you can see that.
Yeah, my old mouse used to be stupid heavy. And like...
Oh, what's kind of funny, the wired mouse is heavier than the wireless one.
Oh.
Yeah. Do I even have the thing back here?
Huh.
That has the weights in it? If I do, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I have no idea.
My old mouse was stupid heavy, and then I got this. It was like a Christmas gift. I got like a package deal of a Razer Anata V2 and then the Viper mouse and the headset I'm using. But yeah, I didn't use the mouse for the longest time because it's just too light. It feels weird. But then I
try getting one of those ones that are they make them so light by like punching holes in it.
Yeah.
Just
I love how those are always
plastic.
advertised as waterproof because you know there's going to be sweaty gamers. just juice all over it. Like,
God. You know, eventually we're gonna have to go contact, I guess, Center for landing at Pasco.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to do a touch and go at Yakima, which is up ahead, stay above 3,600 by the way for that.
Yeah.
I hope you're staying above that.
I am.
You said you're like hand flying the whole thing too. Oh, tower's on over at Pasco, so never mind, we don't need to contact Center. Heck yeah.
Stinky Center, get out of here. Probably saw all of these names coming towards him and like, score.
Oh, the tower in Georgia? No, I think it was, like the Arctic was told that we were going to be here.
Ah.
They need to do a GA Tuesday following the Ohio River.
Where am I?
Into Louisville, and then I'll control Louisville. Like, do it from, Columbus to Louisville, or maybe Dayton to Louisville, just avoid the Bravo and all that.
I love my first IFR flight where I'm like getting all the route in, like double checking it, and I look up and I'm at 14,000 feet. Just 8,000 feet higher than I'm supposed to be.
Where was that again?
That was between Louisville and...
Oh, Indianapolis.
Well, yeah, Indy.
You filed for 6,000, you were like at 14. I told you in voice chat, I'm like, hey, I normally don't give people higher than like 10,000 for that route. And you're up here at 14,000.
That DM made me panic. Like,
oh, was it a DM I sent you?
I think it was a DM.
I thought you were ghosted at that point. Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was like shortly after. I was still like scrambling to get back down, and then I joined voice chat. Dude, I said
Center
made sure it was
wasn't
gonna
on or
capture.
anything.
Yeah, I just made sure it was gonna capture the altitude this time, and I cranked the VS down to like 3,000 or something like that.
Was that unpressurized? No, that was a pressurized cockpit, wasn't it?
It was pressurized, but I wasn't going that fast at the time because I was climbing. There wasn't a whole lot of speed to be gained, but. So I'm like staring at the ground. There's no sky out the window.
Go ahead and hit my heading mode. Turn it a bit to the left, so I can get on this other radial.
Oh, see, I did it again though. I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm 500 feet above.
That's fine.
It's fine.
No one's gonna yell at you for that.
I can do whatever.
No one's gonna yell at you for that one.
Yeah, it's not 18,000 foot breach.
Yeah, it's not breaking class soft fighter spacewall, VFR. Technically, if you don't follow a flight plan, you are VFR, even if you're in an airliner with an airline call sign. and there's no ATC around, you're still VFR.
There was actually, I think VASA Aviation posted a video of like tower. I think it was between JFK and LaGuardia. They were just doing like a really short hop, and the dude asked for clearance. They're like, I don't have you files. He's like, can I just go VFR?
Oh, was that the thing JFK and they were doing a reposition flight to LaGuardia?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video on that. All the controllers were so confused.
Can you do that?
I mean, yeah, they can, totally.
Yeah.
You just gotta get a VFR clearance into the Bravo and all that. I don't think it was an airline, it was like a private jet kind of thing. Private charter. They were just repositioning, an airport over.
I just loved the confusion.
Oh, also there was one video I saw one time. It was a cockpit view of a guy repositioning his plane from 2 really close airports over in the LA area, and they were IFR. Like they had him depart runway heading, and like they only went up to like 3,000 feet just above the clouds at that time, and they took an ILS almost instantly back down to to the place they were going to. Also, raid from Aviator Chris with 13. How you guys doing?
Oh, banging people.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people joining the flight here. As we're flying the I call it the Freedom Cub. It's not necessarily the Freedom Fox, but it's the Freedom Cub. We're flying that for GA Tuesday tonight. You can see a few other planes there behind me.
I only have the passenger space for 3 of you.
I think there's 2 up ahead. I only have passenger space for like 1 other person. Y'all gotta hang on to the top of the wing.
Oh, I saw this. I saw an Instagram of this like one chick who's just constantly like skydiving. She'd jump out with like pizzas and cakes and stuff.
Why?
Just eat them on the way down.
Oh, were they like a competitive eater and shit too?
No, she just did it for fun. I'd love to see that though. Competitive skydive eating.
Taking competitive eating to a whole new level.
How many hot dogs can you eat before you pull the chute?
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's an event happening with the Virtual USA Flying Club involving Jackson Hole Airport. I just wanted to go do pattern work over there, but nah. I don't feel like it actually. You want to do pattern work you want to do pattern work in Atlanta?
Sounds like a nightmare for them. Let's go.
I've done it a few times. Mostly when Clear approaches on though, 'cause he knows me and all that, so he's not really that upset about it at all.
How many laps?
I'll come and do pattern work in my Piper, Piper Arrow.
Bring out the Shock Ultra. Just get like 8 touch and goes in the same like, just on one leg.
In one runway. And 1 technically clear of the touch and go or whatever.
I skirted the restricted airspace.
Oh, I did too. That's what that radial was for. Like if you look at my line here, I went just barely on the side of it. Also, by the way, if you ever fly from Louisville to Fort Knox Airfield, there's a big old restricted space there where apparently they shoot like cannons and shit. Don't fly through it.
Oh, there was I had to go around to TFR when I was doing my Wings VFR 3.
Wait, really? They actually simulated that?
Oh, they didn't simulate it, but I just did it just 'cause,
okay.
But I checked what it was, and it was like, it was over like just a neighborhood, and the TFR was for cleaning explosive debris.
So in other words, are they exploding it or what?
I have no idea. There's not enough context to that.
Yeah, I guess not.
Was it like a fireworks gone wrong? Was it somebody doesn't know how to use a pressure cooker? What happened?
So someone stuck a fork in their microwave? Gibbon. That's a funny name.
I'm gonna recreate.
I found your town.
Project.
I found your town. If you look at my screen.
That's my crib, boy. That is incredible. Oh
my god. Oh, white swan there, yeah.
I am marking that on my map.
How do you pronounce that? Eskbak? Eskbak? Notches? Some town names are just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Kittitas and East Kittitas.
Somebody did not know what a kitty was.
We have Vantage Point. There's just Vantage.
Oh.
Scamon Landing. Sounds like where the scammers live. Ooh, Low Gap.
Yeah.
It's George.
I've been meaning to talk to you about your plane's extended warranty.
Yeah, we just have George too.
What's up, George?
Dutch Settlement apparently is a town name. Oh gosh, all this. Okay, what kind of random town names can we find here in the Seattle area? Oh, how do you... Puyallup, I think? Oh, need to switch tanks. Fuel imbalance. What we got up there? Yeah, fuel's fine. We're gonna make it. It's never something you want.
Smooth air or something.
Oh yeah, I have smooth air too right
now. Yeah, cause I
Nothing.
have not had to touch the controls in a while.
No, I haven't had to either.
One thing I love about this plane, it just flies. You trim it out, it just goes.
Oh, DuPont. There's an area in Louisville named that, I think. Wilderness Village. Bet you it's not in the wilderness. For a second I thought this said Rainbow Road, but it's Rainbow Bend.
Ah. Scratch it, start over. Come up with a better name.
Bulldoze it.
Rainbow Road.
Bring the killdozer in. Oh, Samish. You know, when you mess up saying sandwich.
Oh, there's a drag strip. We passed it a little while ago, though.
Drag strip?
Yeah,
oh, in the sim right now?
Well, on my map. Let's see, it's like 5 miles to the west.
You know, I should bring up the chart for where we're going. Let's do that. Oh,
I'm getting past.
I love this whole animation thing where it moves over to where the airport is, when you like put a chart on it, like has this whole animation of going over to a different spot. If you look over at my screen. What do you mean, ew?
Animations, yeah.
I want to get there now, not half a second from now. Should probably listen to the ATIS if I even can get it.
I don't need none of this I-canted BS.
125650.
Let's see. 25 minutes to destination.
21.
This thing does seem to chew through fuel.
You need breadcrumbs? Yeah, I would want it to. That's why I've got this map here that's up on the corner of the screen. Yeah, I'm not hearing no ATIS. They lied.
I'll have a loaf.
ATIS broke.
Stick with the crumbs.
What?
ATIS machine broke. Yeah, no, you can keep the breadcrumbs.
This guy has a broken ATIS. It's a
Yeah,
thing that
hate to
happened
see
in
it.
ZID. It probably still happens with some of the controllers because of the default files they give us. It has this thing where it says advise on initial contact. If you look at the text version, it'll say advise on initial contact twice. Yeah. Anyways, information alpha is current.
It's good news. It's good news. It'll probably change by the time I get
It says
there.
it says clear twice. I don't know why.
It's just letting you know it's very clear.
8. I'm gonna put my altimeter in there. 2988. By the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it for a minute. At least my altimeter. But
I'm switching it over.
I'm gonna get my
8 visual approaches in use, landing and departing runway 30.
Tars 135.3.
Oh, that random approach controller that's way up north on VATSPY. Apparently he covers Wait, how the fuck? let me look this up on Simware here real quick. How does that approach cover this airport? It's not even showing up on here correctly.
What?
What? The hell?
So we talk to approach then.
You can go straight up to tower, doesn't matter. It's a Delta. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is a Delta.
Yeah, okay. I had to look over and check.
Yeah, you can't pass me.
Yeah, because it says GEG approach covers all of PSC, GEG, and YKM. It goes all the way over to YKM? Dang. Dude's got a large amount of airspace to cover there. I mean, the ATIS, if I look at tower here, nothing. I can't even, I gotta do it in over here. Approach details, controlling. It's all charged for the appropriate frequencies to use is what his thing says. Should I get fly following? Nah. Especially because there's a dude right in front of me. Going faster than me though, so I'm fine. Oh, Pilot Cup 2000 and 4200 right next to each other, yep. Oh, and you just sped up to try and beat him. He's in a 172, you could easily beat him.
Oh, yeah, my ground speed is 145 knots and his 160.
Tower frequency 135.3. I'm gonna listen to tower here. Let's do it.
Pilot Club 2000, I'll race you.
I see a road. Road out there.
I'm also gonna get back down to 5500. I've just been having fun like going between 5500 and 6500.
What happens if I just pull my flap levers right now?
Then
they'd probably shear off.
Let
if
your
this was real
flaps
life.
out.
No,
Yeah.
They would probably shear off if this was real life a little bit.
It's just
If
weight
I-
reduction.
If I just go like that, yeah, weight reduction. Yeah, you might need your flaps to land at a good speed, but you know you need that weight reduction.
It's a stall plane, you don't need them.
Except stall planes do need flaps.
Oh, I undershot.
Undershot what?
My altitude. I went about 100 feet below.
Oh yeah, now I gotta turn up my audio now because that ground control is real loud.
Club 8964.
Except this tower control is pretty loud.
It's just they're like, Pilot Club 4200, you're clear.
Pilot Club 6984. Identified observed. Or correction, 89 to 64. Identified observed. Enter left downwind 1930.
Left downwind on runway 30.
Oh, I know. 8964, I know that guy. He used to come and do a lot of pattern work around where I was
Pilot Club
controlling.
410, you're 5 miles infill of traffic. 131016, gusting C31830, clear to land.
Oh, I don't
Clear
have
land
to get
number
rid of
3,
uniform.
correction.
Land runway 30, Pilot Club 410.
Pilot Club 410, correction, clear to land number 3.
number 3, cleared and land, Pilot Club 410.
Oh, that's one of those old guys that's here. There's a few old guys that I've seen in some of the flying groups I'm with.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, who dis?
Old
I got
pilot dudes are my
got
favorite
a DM
dudes.
from somewhere. Wait, what happened here?
Pilot Club 306, traffic off your right wing here. Stay by. Pilot Club 306, Cessna 414 off your right wing. Report inside.
You got the traffic in sight for Pilot Club 306.
Someone sent me a screenshot of a
Pilot
whole bunch
Club
of
306,
traffic
Roger,
they
you can
have.
follow traffic.
Oh, that
follow
must
that
have been
414 for Pilot
approach
Club
or
306.
I think it's him doing his major training on approach. It's Will, I think his name is. Yeah, Will. He's been an approach controller up above me a few times. You know, pretty cool guy. So I might be doing Cincinnati with him eventually.
Suggested heading, disregard.
I don't know what you said. That was loud.
Yeah, well, it's
Pilot Club
Will.
410, there's a traffic in front of you, follow traffic.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
looks
gonna
like he-
not
looks like-
monitor for a little bit.
Roger, how far in front?
Approximately 5 miles, they're right directly perpendicular on the base for 130.
Yeah, look at all these aircraft on his screen
Alright,
that he had
thank
during
you.
training here.
Looking for traffic, 410.
Like, jeez. Oh, he got his major. Fuck yeah.
Oh. That's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of letters. Pilot Club 2000 thinks he can cut the corner. Not against me, boy. You stand back there. You're not winning. You're not winning.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, bro, these sweatbox sessions, they call it the sweatbox for a reason because they make them, like, just really extreme a lot of the time.
Yeah.
In terms of you're doing a lot of different things at once. Instead of normal traffic being like, you know, it might be for like an event. Everyone's
Port
basically
10,
coming
runway
from the
30
same
clear
place
land.
and all that. Jesus, dude's
30
loud.
cleared and land, Pilot Club 410.
I might have already gave that to you, my bad.
I've already talked to you
No
about
problem.
bad. I'm gonna need to call up tower here in a bit.
I don't wanna. I like hearing.
Just lower your volume a little bit. Luckily for pilots, you can lower your volume without restarting or reconnecting to VATSIM. Because in audio for VATSIM, audio for VATSIM, that's the program ATC uses for talking. Yeah, we have to like disconnect to edit settings.
That's
November
rough.
74
It's real dumb because even volume settings, it's like that.
No problem, we'll see ya.
Yikes.
Yeah, definitely yikes. How far am I from the airport? 20. Okay, I'm way too far out to call.
Pilot Club 410, cancel landing clearance. Says heading 020. I'll get you suggested heading vectors back for the approach.
Why is this guy giving vectors and stuff? He's a class
Alright,
Delta
fly
controller.
heading 020, Pilot Club 410.
Deltas don't do that. Like, bro. It's like he's so used to his normal controller, he forgot.
Tower, Piper, Pilot Club 444.
Are you really quiet right now? What the fuck?
North. Northwest of the airport. Checking.
You did something wrong.
Pilot Club 444,
Am I better now?
Chastity's Tower,
I
welcome.
think so.
Oh,
It's hard to hear myself
no.
talk. What happened?
Pilot Club 444, you can enter left end window
There's,
30.
I don't know what causes it, but there's a glitch where like
Left
some
downwind
applications,
on
they're
30, Pilot Club
changing their output volume messes with your mic input volume.
And Pasco Tower, the Pilot Club 691,
So
clear the active.
I don't know.
Pilot Club 691, welcome to...
I know that it does that with
Pasco,
Destiny.
taxi
Anytime I play Destiny and
Delta.
turn it down,
Taxi to parking via Delta.
it makes my
Pilot
mic
Club
really
691.
quiet.
Actually, Where am I going?
Pilot Club 410, if you want, you can enter a right base, runway 30.
No.
I'm
All
definitely
right, turning around
gonna
for
stop
red base,
before
30,
Alpha, I think.
410.
So I'm gonna go over to the FBO just to the right, like Alpha Echo. Actually, which FBO? We have Bergstrom Aircraft and Sullen Air Center. How you doing,
Bergstrom
Skyman?
sounds funny.
Have you landed yet, Skyman?
Right.
Pilot Club 8964, make your
I wanna go to the
base,
terminal.
touching downwind right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and descend to
Taking
35.
downwind right now, Pilot Club 8964.
Pilot Club 8964, traffic is a, standby.
Taking forever.
I think I'm gonna.
Pilot Club 8964,
Do you wanna
traffic
go
is
to that
a
north
Cessna
FBO or the
Skymaster, turning on the base, runway 30. They're approximately 5 miles off here, 11 o'clock here. Winds 310 at 16, gusting 23, runway 30, clear to land. Number 2.
Runway number 2.
Number 2 clear, looking for traffic. See traffic, Pilot Club 8964.
Pilot Club 8964, you can follow traffic in.
Okay, there's this guy off to my, like, right. Okay, he's a little further out than I thought he would be. Okay. Is this you, like, that's right on my ass? Let's see here. Yep, it's you. Why don't you slow down a little bit?
You are muted. I don't know if that was an accident.
What? Since when was I muted?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing
asked
with
if you
having...
wanted to go to the north or south FBO, and I think it was around then.
Pilot Club 306, there's the traffic.
That's the north one.
Cessna 414 in front of you. Approximately 5 miles now, wind 310 at 16, gusting 23, runway 30, clear land number 2.
Oh, I see you. You're high up, aren't you?
Yep.
I'm descending. I've been descending already.
Pilot Club 410, welcome to Pasco. Left one able, taxi to ramp via Delta, cross runway 2 on right at Delta, across runway 2 on left at Delta.
I can't see with all the clutter and stuff on the map,
Delta
and
across
because of all the
21
planes
right
there, I can't click on the.
21 left. To the
Can't
ramp.
click on the
Pilot Club 410, thank you.
Okay, 1400.
Yeah, upward elevation is 410. So I need to go down a bit lower than this. We'll go to 2,400.
Like, completely chop throttle.
Yeah, you're still getting closer to me. It's not good.
It's very good.
Oh.
I'm coming for you, boy.
Tower, Pilot Club 300, 17 miles southwest, descending through 4,000, Skymaster 337.
I also don't see.
Pilot Club 300, Tri-Cities Tower, good evening, squawk ident, please.
Alright, in the squawking ident thing, I don't think I can do that in this. Oh, yes, I can. There's a button right there.
I hope I can.
You just hit the button and
Yeah, there we go.
pilot. I mean, don't do it
Oh,
yet.
No.
Tri-Cities Tower.
You're really on my ass, though.
We are about 30 miles to the west. Check it
I'm
out.
quite high.
Stand by.
No,
Pilot
slow
Club
down
300, ident
quite a bit. I don't know what
enter
yours-
left downwind, runway 30.
Okay, yeah. I'm doing less than that. I'm doing a lot less than that.
Pilot Club 300, left downwind 30.
Ground speed is 127 and I'm doing 85.
Pilot Club 2000, Tri-Cities Tower, squawk ident.
I'm gonna stay at 3,500 for a while.
Okay, you do that. Is that plane pressurized at all?
Nope.
Pilot Club 2000,
I'm also only at 35, so not too worried about it.
Continue present heading and enter left down on 1830.
Oh, there's that guy.
Continue current heading left downwind runway 30. Pilot Club 2000.
When I take 35.
Alright, let's see here. What do I call them again? Tri-Cities, okay. Tri-Cities Tower, Pilot Club Tree 41, about 1.4 miles to the west, 2,400. Of course, we'll stop. Maybe.
Maybe.
He's not even saying anything.
Nope.
Hey, this is still Alpha. I forgot to give him Alpha. Are you kidding
Pilot
me?
Club 2000, sorry about that. Could you squawk? Actually, just guys.
Hi.
Was that Pilot Club 341? Yep, Pilot Club 341, squawk ident.
Squawk ident, Pilot Club 341.
Pilot Club 8964, welcome to pass the taxi ramp via Delta cross runway 21 right at Delta cross runway 2 and left at
Oh,
Delta.
that button does work on my thing. Nice.
Cross 21 right and 21 left at Delta.
Pilot Club 341, squawk, ident observed. Enter left downwind 1930.
Enter left downwind 30, Pilot Club Tree 41. Alright, so pattern altitude is about 1,500. I'm gonna go down to 2,000 for now. Just due to like terrain and all that. Actually, no, I'm gonna
Pilot
stay
Club 300, if you want, you can just go ahead and directly enter the left base runway 30.
Okay, we're shooting for the left base then for 30.
Affirmative, Pilot Club 300.
Alright,
300 left base 30.
Stay at the 2,400 just because of a little hill here I see in the like 3D vision thing.
Pilot Club 300, traffic off your left wing. It's a Piper 28. Altitude indicates 2,600.
300, we're looking low, Joy.
Where's my water? Oh no.
You're dying.
Yep, dying. I need my water.
Oh, I'm sinking again.
That's your own fault.
Yes, it is.
I bet you've made some
300,
decent
we have the
separation.
traffic. We're trying to keep our speed up.
Pilot Club 300, thank you. Might have you sequence behind them. Seems like they're a bit faster. Let's see.
Like my taxi lights are partially lighting up this hill.
Yeah, Pilot Club 300.
It could also be the moon, but I'm not sure.
That's not the moon.
That's all right, man. Whatever you need us to do, we'll do.
COVID alert.
Yeah, Pilot Club 300, if you want to slow down a bit and let them pass you.
300, we'll do that.
Pilot Club 300, if you want, you can also make a right 360. That might help instead of slowing down.
Right 360 for Pilot Club 300.
Yeah, Pilot Club 300 is coming in a different direction than almost everyone else. He's just out there doing his own thing.
Tower, Pilot Club 306, cleared of 30 on Delta 4, just looking at that straight.
Yeah, Pilot Club 306, taxi in by Delta Force, yeah.
Alright, thank you for the ATC, Pilot Club 306.
Pilot Club 444, wind 310 at 16, runway, correction, gusting 23, runway 30, clear to land.
30, clear to land.
Should I go for a stall landing here?
Pilot Club 300, thank you,
if you'd like to.
enough separation. You're following a Piper 2H, approximately 3 miles in front of you. Wind 310 at 16, gusting 23, runway 30, clear to land. Number 2.
To me, really, there's almost no point to doing it because I have to go all the way down to Alpha.
Somebody zooming up behind me.
West
Who's
of
zooming?
1,000 feet below.
Request VFR landing.
Pilot Club
2112.
2112, stand by.
Yeah.
The
Pilot Club
bonanza
300,
back
just
there.
verify you cleared land, runway 30, you're following the Piper 28 and the wind 13,
gosh, this
the wind
guy.
31015, gusting 23.
Okay, we got the winds clear to land 30. We're following number 1.
I'm just
Pilot
gonna
Club
let him
300,
pass
correction,
by.
clear land number 2, sorry.
Just doing 150, and I'm
Cruiser
happy doing
number
a ground
2,
speed of 85.
300.
Oh man, learn to fly.
What do I call this place?
Tri-Cities.
Falcon 341,
Okay.
you're following a, I believe that's a Cessna 337.
Pilot 341, roger.
Yeah, you're following a Cessna Skymaster, approximately 3 miles. Altitude indicates 2,000 off your right wing now. Wind 310 at 15, runway 30, clear to line number 3.
30 clear to land number 3, Pilot Club 341. Yeah, I got that traffic too. I can kind of see his strobes out there.
Tri-Cities Tower, Pilot Club 4200 at 10 miles to the west at 3,500.
Pilot Club, stand by.
Oh, I stepped on him.
Station calling. Pilot Club 2112, squawk ident.
No, he stepped on you.
Oh, okay. That's good news. Oh, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, it was a 212. Pilot Club 2112, ident observed, thank you. Enter left downwind 1830.
I gotta get this thing trimmed out.
Enter left downwind 30, Pilot Club 2112.
Yeah, just make sure you slow down and stuff when you're about to go land.
And last aircraft calling was that Pilot Club 4200?
Pilot Club 4200, 10 miles to the west at 3,500, like a inbound full stop.
Pilot Club 4200, Tri-Cities, target at evening, squawk ident, please.
Ident, Pilot Club 4200.
Oh, my button doesn't work. V-pilot. V-pilot.
Just
V-pilot.
V-pilot.
I didn't. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, luckily I have both of the traffics in sight that are in front of me. Hopefully that one in the
Pilot
back.
Club 4200, squawk section ident observed. And left downwind 1030, and the traffic is a Beechcraft 35, approximately a mile in front of you, altitude indicates 1,800.
I have the traffic in sight, and I'll enter left downwind for runway 30, Pilot Club 4200.
Pilot Club 2000, traffic off your right wing, it's Beechcraft 35, altitude indicates 2,000. Make a left 360 for me for traffic.
Left 360 for traffic.
Oh, I had the traffic, now I lost it.
Pilot Club 2112, stand by.
Luckily I see, I think that'd be the nav lights of the guy I'm
Pilot
following.
Club 444, welcome to Pasco, left one able, ground point 8, 121.8.
Oh, ground zone? Oh, he was probably trying to brief ground this whole time. Like in the middle of all the
Pilot Club
traffic.
2112, wind 310 at 15, you're approximately 3 miles in trail of a Cessna Skymaster. Runway 30, clear to line number 3.
Following Skymaster on
runway 30, 2112.
There ain't no Skymaster. I think he confused me as a Skymaster or something.
No.
I'm a Carbon Cub.
Central aircraft, this frequency, Pasco 80 information, Charlie is now current winds 31015, altimeter 29er88.
Already got my 29er88.
Yep. Thinking ahead.
I had mine 20 minutes ago.
Pilot Club 300, welcome to Pasco, left one able, ground 121.8. We'll see ya.
Okay, over to ground here when we get off at for 300.
Thank you. And Pilot Club 2000, you're approximately a mile in trail of Cessna 195. Stand by.
I'm going to go ahead and speed up a bit, so
You probably should, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was already doing 120.
Yeah, Pilot Club 2000, you should be good spacing-wise for now. Stand by.
Where'd you even get that plane from?
It's on the marketplace. It's
Pilot Club 211
one of
to
it's one of
land.
the Asobo Coronado like
Declare
collab
land
planes.
2112.
Came out with the Canada World Update. For some reason, it's not a Canadian plane.
Pilot Club 2112, Roger, thank you. Pilot Club 4200, you're approximately a mile and fail. With Beechcraft 35, wind 31015, runway 30, clear to land number 3.
Number 3 for runway 30, Pilot Club 4200.
I bring my speed way down.
And Pilot Club 2000, you're approximately a mile and tail with Cessna 195, wind 31015, runway 30, clear to land number 4.
Stack them up.
Yeah, we've got the traffic, number 4 for runway 30, clear to land.
And Pilot Club 4200, if possible, follow traffic in here.
Alright, we'll follow the traffic. Pilot Club 4200.
Look how slow I'm going right now. Just
And Pilot Club
casually
2000, same thing for
approaching.
you, follow traffic at 20, Cessna 195.
Dude, there's so many things going on. I have no idea. Okay, that's you
never
landing there.
become ATC on Vatson then.
Pilot Club
that confuses
2112, verify you're just making a long final.
Turning base, Pilot Club 2112.
Roger, thank you.
Just kind of
Yeah,
floating
Pilot
there.
Club 4200, follow the aircraft. They made a bit of a longer base, or correction, longer downwind, that's fine. So just extend it downwind, and you're still clear to land.
We'll extend the downwind and still clear to land for Pilot Club 4200.
Pilot Club 341, welcome Pasco, left runway above ground, 1 to 1.8 Eagles, yeah.
Oh, I'm a little bit
We'll
under
have to
fire
go
now,
right.
too.
We're going over to the FBO.
Roger, yeah, right when able, then ground 1 to 1.8.
Right when able, ground point 8, Pilot Club 341. Where's my taxiway?
What's he doing? 112.
I'm not even sure if it's
Oh.
showing the taxiway. Oh, the taxiway's just grass. Great, okay.
Central aircraft this frequency, Tri-Cities Tower will be closing up here in approximately 8 minutes.
8 minutes, damn.
That's specific.
Yeah. 1.9er.
Get my lights on.
1.9. Or was it 0.8? Oh, 0.8. 0.8.
I need to. I don't need to get it in, but I want to. Oh, I messed up.
Tri-Cities
I messed
ground.
everything
Pilot
up.
Club 341 off it. Alpha going to Bersham aircraft.
Pilot Club 341, Pascal ground. Taxi to the J parking area via Alpha Echo.
Alpha Echo, Pilot Club 341.
Right now I can.
I swear, bro.
I don't
this-
see the lights. Okay, they're on final.
Or lights of anything? Oh, they're lights.
Yeah, they're lights.
Yeah, bro,
I
this
see the
taxiway is
rockets,
just
not the
grass,
plane.
by the way. Just be prepared for that. I think the closed taxiway where Echo 4 and Delta 4 would meet, I think that shows up in the sim.
Oh, is that a crosswind? Uh-oh.
It's a slight crosswind, I think. But it's fine. It's mostly headwind.
I'm gonna get my flippy flaps out. 1 mile final.
Nice.
I see the plane. I don't see the lights.
Didn't turn
These
his
darn
lights on.
hooligans. Yeah. These darn hooligans and their
I'm
non-light
trying to
turning
hold
on
my
this.
plane here, but it's like a little difficult on grass and all that. So I'm technically on grass. I'm just following what's on the chart, you know? But I mean, it's colored grass. It's like they spray painted it. So you can kind of see what's up. Yeah.
I have
What
no
time is
idea.
it? 10:14. Oh.
Tri-City Ground 2112 Papa is Beechcraft taxi to the parking.
Ah, shoot. I've lost it. I lost her.
The pilot car 2112.
The pilot club. Nah, fam.
Say parking.
Alright, let's see if I can get off
for
by whatever. Oh, that runway's closed, or that taxiway's closed.
Oh, the one you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, parking general
Just
reservation.
Keep going down to Alpha.
Yeah, I'll land a little bit long.
And Alpha, you may not be able to see well. So be cautious. Just turn right. Make your lights light up and like light up the area or something.
31 right, Echo to parking. 2112.
I'm finding my taxi is bright. What happened?
Only the most beautiful landing.
Oh, I thought you screwed up.
Alright, I'm actually gonna go external view so I can be sure to see this.
Yeah, so we can see everything. And you're in day. No, you were in nighttime. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm at night.
I mean, I'm in nighttime too. I could have saw it better if I was daytime. Alright, I'm parked. I think I see you over there. Yeah, so it looks like Friday or Saturday. I don't know which. I might be staffing Cincinnati Tower, and Approach will be there. Well, should be there. Oh, Willie got an Osprey, it looks like. And he landed, I guess, on a lighthouse, possibly?
Okay. I have no idea what you said again.
I don't know.
That tower is very loud.
Yeah, they are. Ground's not, though. He's fine. Anyways, well, I park here with my super bright lights. I'm gonna be right back. Go take a little restroom break. I don't think we're gonna do anything else. Or maybe we will. Yeah, Atlanta Approach is still on, but not Tower. Damn.
Tri-Cities Ground, Pilot Club 4200 is clear of runway 30 at Alpha. Looking to park at like the northern or the northmost FBO.
The Pilot Car 4200, Tri-City Ground, taxi to the J area via Alpha Echo.
Alpha Echo, Pilot Club 4200.
Do you want to go fly anywhere else at all?
I'd be down.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out.
I'm
when
always
back
happy to
here in a
fly.
minute. We'll be right back.
How's it going, stream? What you been up to, chat? Dude, I'm so proud of that landing I did. I've been working on my wheel landings and tail draggers, and that one was... Oh! I'm making progress, dude. Let's freaking go. Except now I've got to taxi this thing on the ground and I can't see. Where am I going here? Oh, some of these strobes are very dark. Oh no. Oh, there you are. That's weird. The lights don't sync up. I'll go ahead and drag my apparently 172's tail right up next to the... Nice and cozy. Nice and cozy. Perfect. Beautiful. Get this sucker shut down. I enjoyed that flight a lot. Let's see, how much fuel did I burn? I went through a sizable chunk of it. Yeah, I burned 26%.
You burned what?
I burned 26% of my fuel. It's like...
Oh, I have no idea how much I burned.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another guy over there next to us.
20 gallons. That's me. Hello.
No, there's two of them.
Oh, ignore that guy. He doesn't exist.
Bonanza?
Yes.
I guess everyone went over to the transient ramp.
Gross.
Alright, where are we flying?
In the air, preferably.
Nah, I thought we'd fly underwater. Oh,
That
there's
would
one
be
guy
fun.
that was flying into here from Hawaii.
That's a heck of a flight.
I don't trust myself doing VFR in most of these places. Tire closed before 8 minutes. You want your time back? You probably just had to go or something. Damn, there's a whole like thing going on here. Whole group flight kind of thing. Bunch of people flying, I guess, from whatever that airport is up to whatever
Elf.
that one is. I have no idea. Had to land Ginny because it's uncontrolled. RIP. Ground's still on though, right? Yeah, they are. Kind of just left him behind. Actually, why did you land Unicom? Center's still on. Unless you're talking about the tower being closed in real life, that could be a thing. You tried Center? Yeah. Okay, well I guess they simulated that. Oklahoma City, we could go over there.
It's the tower went off. That happened to me when I was flying into either into or out of Conroe one time. I can't remember.
Ooh, let's go down to Jackson International. Juliet Alpha November. Actually, I gotta stop my plane, my engine first, and all that stuff. There we go, we're good. Not officially anything like that, just stopped them all.
Turn it off.
Yep.
Alright, I am going to empty my cavities.
Oh, looks like in Sheed's Discord, he made a little channel called Is Sheed Controlling? And I guess he just puts a message in there whether he's online or offline, because right now it's offline. Honestly, good way to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he had someone go and make a bot or something that automatically did it, that would work too.
Alright, I'll be back in a second.
Alright. Oh, we still have that spy up. Whoops. My fault. Now, want to do a different plane though. What shall I fly? Do the Cessna 310 possibly. Really thinking about doing that one. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna do 310. And then we're going over to Jan. Jackson Medgar. Wiley Evers International Airport. That's a long name. But where am I parking? God damn it, Navigraph made me sign in again.
I forgot to mention, today I bought the Honda Jet.
Nice.
I had one of my friends
I
saying...
don't really want to get that until the G3000 and all that's fixed.
I didn't really have any problems with it, but I also wasn't really getting
Well, it's
into
because of how many features the G3000 is missing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
There was plenty for me.
Yeah.
All I needed was my flight plan, and the checklist and stuff was an added bonus, so that was neat.
I'm looking up an airport chart for this place.
Plus,
like
I'd figure that-
Cargo's over there, Air National Guard's there.
If you're getting the Honda Jet, would be like a nice sort of investment into my IFR growth.
The longitude works pretty well though.
True. Ow.
Okay, so it looks like GA parking is down at the like southeast of the airport.
Okay.
I'm gonna park over there. I'm just gonna rip up the pattern here a little bit. I'm gonna be in the 310.
I might join in the 310. I need to do some work in the 310.
Yeah, the 310 can be hard to land a little bit. Oh, the 310R was introduced in 1975 and was the last of the line, featuring an enlarged nose for more baggage.
Wow.
So the 414 doesn't count, or was that not the last?
My ex had an enlarged nose, but it didn't contain her baggage.
She was real nosy. Oh, you're doing stuff with your Bravo there.
Yeah, I was putting on an extra.
I was like, the fuck is that sound?
Oh, I went back to at least like half, like sort of try to find the. I went back to watch the VOD on YouTube to try to see the calls we missed in the 747.
Oh.
Couldn't find them again.
You couldn't find them?
Mm-mm.
Someone lied.
Someone lied. So I'm gonna go through it again. So I was distracted.
Oh, you are? Yeah, speaking of YouTube, you guys should, you've missed a VOD or part of a VOD, you should go join the YouTube. Free self-promo right there.
Click my link, it's better.
Your link? Oh.
Yep.
It's the same link, though. Also, over here in the comments, we got one Charlie Kilo taken off without clearance. Bet he's embarrassed. Even to this day, and for every day for the rest of the universe. Yeah, the link is the same. It's the same command and everything.
It's
He's
not
just
the
like,
same. Mine
he's
is
just
better.
Like, he's just like, no, click mine because it has my name next to it.
It's my link is more link.
More link for your link. Or your money back. The money that you didn't spend because this is free content.
$5.
Oh, gosh.
Those people make me sad.
Yeah. They do. Why do you exist?
Okay, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I turned on my battery and my gear lever was up, so it's just shouting.
It's getting mad at you.
Stop what you are doing!
You are hurting me.
You're killing the plane!
Yeah, no, this approach controller, I kind of know him. He's controlled a bit in ZID as a visiting controller. Which is pretty cool.
Load up in a 310, it's UPS 341 heavy.
What the heck? Anyways, I'm gonna go with my normal call sign. 341 Sierra Whiskey C310 Twin Cessna. He's probably like, what the heck are these dudes doing? Oh, I have a dude in my passenger seat. It's probably drippy. He's got one of those fake airline outfits you can buy on Amazon.
Look, I got 4 stripes. I'm a captain.
I'm a captain with a half hour. They didn't even give me a full hour, they gave me a half hour.
Yeah, I've been a captain of a 172 for about 45 minutes.
And that was multiple flights. Alright,
yeah, I said clear prop once or twice.
Oh, what's the left? I forgot this thing has state saving.
I love the state saving.
Sometimes it's a little annoying because I'm not used to it, you know. Anyways, clear prop. Oh, they're not starting.
My first flight on my Discovery flight, I yelled clear prop as loud as I could, and it made like my CFI was like, "You didn't have to do that."
or you could be like, oh, I forgot the one guy. He's a CFI up in Alaska.
Oh, angle of attack.
Yeah. Clear.
Clear.
Just in the worst, like, why is my plane not fucking starting?
He actually ventures onto Twitch every now and then.
Does he?
Yeah. No, he doesn't like stream himself. He just like shows up in chats.
Oh, okay.
It's
other people's chats.
Yeah. It's actually kind of cool. So just like, yeah. And then you can follow the paper trail. It's him. Yeah, usually just like, or I've only seen him in like flight sim streams, but.
Huh. Nice. Oh, I don't have much fuel in my main tanks. Should be enough.
You don't need it.
We have alternate tanks, or ox tanks.
Yeah.
Except that
my state saving got reset for all my planes.
I'm retarded. I forgot to turn my fuel pump on when switching the tanks at low RPM, and it just cut both engines.
That'll do it. All right, so
yeah, it's on ox tanks because those lights are on.
Forward.
I guess I should get the ATIS. 121050.
I'm gonna be a cool guy and only start. I'm rolling.
What? Oh, did you forget your parking brake?
Like, yeah. Oh.
I love the little clicky sound when you turn these things.
Yeah. Oh, you've got the radio stack.
Well, yeah. Who needs no digital crap?
I had the radio stack in one of them, but again, my state saving got reset for some reason.
I think it's you change your call sign or something like that in Microsoft's thing. I don't know.
Jackson Medgar Wiley
Radio
Airport 8 is
navigation.
information
Nope, radio
Charlie
navigation.
0254 Zulu. Wind 050
Charlie.
Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 21. Dew point 18. Altimeter 3025. Landing and departing runways 34 left and 34 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to...
Yep, 3025, landing and departing 34 left and right. So we're probably getting pattern work on 34 right. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. You show up as a Baron for me.
Yeah, you show up as a Baron for me too.
That's fine. It's about the same plane, almost.
Yeah.
They're both twins. Not turboprop or anything. Or yeah, not turboprop or anything like that.
Yeah, the 414 shows up as a turboprop for me.
As a King
Like,
Air?
yeah, like a bubblegumified King Air.
Okay, and then
Charlie.
approach 123.9. There we go. Oh, and I gotta bring that down to half. There we go. Should be set to call him up here. This is a Charlie, right? Yeah, I think it is. Not a Bravo.
It's a Charlie.
Okay. Good. And we call them Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson approach, November 341 Sierra Whiskey is a Cessna 310 over at the FBO request pattern work with Charlie. Maybe. It's like, did he just sign off? Like, he's like, yeah, I don't feel like messing with these guys. Or did it go AFK? Or is my radio not working right?
November 10 Whiskey Squawk 1055, and let me know when you're ready for taxi.
1055, and we're ready for taxi as soon as we get that in. There we go, 1055.
010 Whiskey, runway 34 right, taxi via Charlie 7, Charlie 8.
34 right via Charlie 7, Charlie 8. Cessna 10 Whiskey. Did you file a flight plan at all?
I did actually.
Oh.
I went from never filing flight plans to always filing them.
I mean, it helps sometimes when you're just like in approach control and you're busy and all that. But this guy's not busy. He can do it.
Yeah.
So you gotta think of the situation and awareness kind of thing, you know. Nope, now I'm about to pass in front of you with no taxi lights on. Now we got him. Bro, the difference in taxi light brightness though. It's like nothing.
You're waking up families on a school night.
As I'm flying over with my taxi lights on. It's not a school night for me. I have classes Tuesday and Thursdays. And this Thursday I have no class.
No.
So, I mean, I think I might still have to go on campus though. For like a group project thing. Yeah, but there's that'll be good for, maybe I'll start the stream a little earlier than 7 or something, possibly. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's definitely gonna take a little bit of setup before the stream. You know, bringing the PC upstairs, unplugging everything for it, setting up the camera and all. Actually, no, I'm doing it downstairs, not upstairs. Usually I'd do it like upstairs on the dining room table, but you know, I'm just gonna clear off my table down here and do it down here. A little easier. Let's see here.
Yeah, I forgot the ATIS was Charlie.
Yep.
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie.
I didn't put in my altimeter though.
No, I didn't do that either. B. Nah, I put it in. I'm just blasting whoever might be behind me.
Nobody.
Now we're good. Well, yeah. But whoever might be behind me. Twin Cessna 1 Sierra Whiskey holding short 3-4 right.
November 341 Sierra Whiskey, wind 050 at 3, enter right, close traffic report midfield that one each time, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
3-4 right, clear for takeoff. Right, close traffic, report midfield downwind. Cessna 1 Sierra Whiskey. Alright, we got this. Let's go for it. Got our flaps, number 1. All
Jackson
the lights
approach,
on.
571 Charlie Kilo at the GA ramp with information Charlie. We're looking for, looking to go up and do some counter work.
Aircraft type, where you are.
Number 571 Charlie Kilo, Rutgers plus 1072, and let me know when you're ready for taxi.
Yeah, I know your aircraft type.
Right.
At least the correct one. He probably has an old flight plan for us or something.
Well, I did file my flight plan. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Technically, he wouldn't know where you are if he was a normal tower controller. Because you call up with a spot usually where you are.
I think I said the GA ramp.
I didn't hear it.
Alright, squawking 1072 and ready for taxi. 571 Charlie Kilo.
Number 571 Charlie Kilo, runway 34 right, taxi via Charlie 7 Charlie Charlie 1. Correction, Charlie 7 Charlie Charlie 8.
Runway 34 right, via Charlie 7 Charlie Charlie 8. 571 Charlie Kilo.
Oh, my lights already moved.
Oh, I love when like using the Bravo for the landing lights where, like, the lights turn on but they don't extend.
They're facing down.
Yeah.
They're doing the 414 as a few updates ago.
Yeah. It is very nice.
Right,
That's landing.
Just making the sound of the engines. Alright, it's 346 feet, so I'm just about at pattern altitude. Pull back the throttle a bit. All the stuff.
Whoa!
What'd you do?
It's going a little bit faster than I expected. I like looked down for half a second to verify the out.
How fast were you going?
I mean, okay, it wasn't that I was going fast, it's just that I was going fast and approaching grass.
Oh.
It's like 50 knots straight into just dirt.
Dirt. You might just have to wait for me to land.
I think I'm gonna take off flaps clean for this.
Oh, I did flaps 1 and I forgot to bring it up. Whoops.
Oh, I gotta.
Cessna
wait.
1 Sierra Whiskey, midfield right downwind.
Twin Cessna 10 Sierra Whiskey, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
34 right, clear for the option, 1 Sierra Whiskey.
I'm also gonna do my run up because I've had so many failures in this plane, I just don't trust myself.
Why does it say low fuel left and right?
Just got low fuel. Oh, you're on the auxiliary tanks.
Yes, I know. I was on there because I had low fuel in the mains. I didn't feel like refueling it.
You hate to see it.
Yep. I just didn't feel like refueling. We might have to make a little stop for fuel here in a minute. Oh, shit, I'm going down a little fast now. We'll drop some flaps and some gear. And some taxi lights.
Oh. It helps to be full rich. Oops.
Full rich for
Right.
what?
The run up.
I still just leave it at half rich because you don't bring it up all the way, you know?
There we go, there's my lights.
He's probably watching this right now and just seeing how bad my flight path is.
I like
mean,
it when
you'll-
you're busy and I come to do pattern work because then you don't see all my mistakes.
Yeah, I'm focusing on the other guys.
Check
The
the
guy.
departure unit 201 was a Charlie. Fire, United 001, check the departure route.
I'm gonna have to get out of here soon. Alright,
eventually.
Magnetos.
I'm on final.
Good job.
Of course, it's always going to be a good drop unless you have failures on, which I kind of stopped using those on VetSim.
I do have
For
failures
obvious
on.
reasons.
Yeah.
It was one time I had my like right engine fail or something like that. My left engine was already weak. And then my left engine failed short final.
You are cleared to the George Bush Intercontinental Houston Airport.
And you know, this plane, you have to
Radar
keep
vectors
engine
to
power
the
up.
Alexandria VOR, then it's filed.
Yeah.
Line maintain 5,000, expect flight level 320. 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, clock 1076.
Know the numbers.
Station 01 cleared to Houston. Radar vector is Alexandria, then it's filed 5,010.
That looks good on my end.
United 001, Rebec correct.
It was
Push
230
target
feet per minute.
Jackson altimeter 3025, needed information. Charlie is correct, and let me know when you're
That's all
ready.
you can ask for in the 310.
I'll call back, you know.
Huh?
So that's all you can ask for in the 310.
You just have to keep power in.
Jackson approach, 571 Charlie Kilo, holding short of runway 34 right at Charlie, ready for final work.
Number 1 Charlie Kilo, runway 34 right, line for lane.
Line up and wait, runway 34 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
He's trying to separate us.
Yep.
Technically, he's not supposed to say line up and wait this late at night. Unless they have an SOP that says they can. You know, Cincinnati.
this
I'm
is
kind
a
of
fancy
I'm kind of excited for that one. On Tower, I'm gonna be able to tell people to line up and wait until like almost the time I'd be stopping the stream.
I want you
I
to
can-
tell me
I-
to
I can
line up
tell
and wait every time.
I can tell them to line up and wait until 10 p.m. local time. Oh, flaps.
Stay, boy.
Number 1 Charlie Kilo, wind 050 at 3, enter right close traffic, report Mayfield down each time, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, report midfield down and make right traffic, 1 Charlie Kilo.
You know, we're actually making his job easy by flying the same plane.
Yes.
Because you know how me sometimes I'll separate planes on 2 different runways if their speed difference is too much. I'll just have them take off on the same runway, but the other one of them I'll have them like cross midfield or something.
That
I don't
was
know
an
if that's
aggressive
official
guy.
procedure or not. I feel like it's probably not published anywhere, but it's probably nowhere that says you can't do it. You know, kind of thing.
Okay. I don't know why that takeoff was so much more sporty than it needed to be.
What, you pulled up too much?
Yes. I forgot pattern altitude. 34, or yeah, not 34.
Something like that.
But
Yeah, 3,400. Or 34,000 pattern
Yeah.
altitude. Imagine you're in a plane that has strong enough engines and then strong enough air brakes.
Runway 34 right, clear for the option.
34 right, clear for the option. No, 10 whiskey. Yeah, imagine you have a plane with strong enough engines and strong enough air brakes to do pattern work, go up to 34,000 feet and then come back down.
dude, the Kitfox could probably do it. That thing climbs like straight up, and then you could just chop the power and slip the whole way down.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to get up within the amount of distance you have. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, I thought I
don't
fucked up
know.
here. I saw a runway over there, and I'm like, oh, did I turn too early?
I'd
fine.
turn too aggressively on crosswind.
Because these
but
runways are way offset from each other.
yeah. What's your like pattern speed?
Less than 150. I'm not really letting it get up real high.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I'm
know,
doing like
100 is
110 right now.
That's fine. This one's a bit rough. That was a little better. I kind of only touched down with the left wheel though.
Crosswind technique, it's fine.
Is that crosswind? Well, is there a crosswind?
It. I don't know if there's a crosswind, but coming in wing lows, thing again.
Oh, you know it's kind of cool. And Needing, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. He's got a new PC soon, and he actually got, or maybe he already got it. I'm not sure. But then he got Microsoft Flight Sim.
Runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Don't freeze on me.
Cleared for the option, runway 34 right.
So there's a chance he might join us for some of the easier flights or something. Or maybe
That'd
he'll
be
come
sick.
fly around while I'm on tower if he learns his like phraseology and stuff.
I also forgot to.
Why
report
you gotta
disco damage.
freeze on me? Come on. There we go.
Okay. I will try to stay slow. I get it.
Slower.
I get it.
What?
I-
Flying on it
I
right
put my
now. Oh,
flaps out.
did you finish downloading Flight Sim? Oh, what the? Is it just fog that just started happening?
Uh-oh.
You see that?
No, it's not on my screen yet, but I see it on yours. Just
That is fog.
visibility 10, my ass.
Yeah.
Visibility 01.
No, I mean it's visibility 3 or 4 miles or something at least.
Yeah.
Like at least, you know.
Yeah.
I see you.
I overshot on
On
base
final.
again.
I always undershot nowadays. I mean, you know, back when I first started learning to fly a plane, it was overshotting all the time. But now it's not as bad.
Yeah, I haven't overshot like really bad in a while. But
Says no 1 Sierra Whiskey midfield, right downwind.
New 1 Sierra Whiskey is center downwind on clear base.
Then downwind you call my base, no 1 Sierra Whiskey.
oh. Okay, not the best, but doable. Also, get my flapperonis up.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
New 1 Sierra Whiskey, base turn, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Base turn approved. Clear for the option 3-4 right to 1 Sierra Whiskey. As I just turn a really hard base here. Or a really high bank. Oh, it's beeping at it because of it. because of the bank.
The fog is hitting me now.
Yeah. All the beeps in this plane right now. Beep.
Jack to departure, United 001 risk attack. United 001, are you facing east or west? Oh, we're facing west. But doesn't matter. United 001, roger, runway 34 left, taxi via Alpha 8. Alpha 8 to 34 left.
I don't know if he's supposed to say the full taxi instructions like that or not.
Like, when you said Charlie 7, Charlie 8, it's like, oh, that's...
Yeah, you're just supposed to say taxi via
advanced.
Charlie. I don't think you're supposed to say the full route like that. Because the planes, unless there's a restriction where other aircraft are around, They're supposed to be able to choose whichever exit they want. And then Charlie 8, that's just assumed you're going to be full length. You don't need to say Charlie 8.
I kind of appreciated it, though. Because, like, you're only on Charlie for, like, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. Whoa, I got pushed.
You're 1 Charlie Kilo, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 34 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
I'm consistently 100 feet too high on pattern altitude.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about being exact on pattern altitude. You know, as long as you're pretty close.
When I do pattern work, at least when I'm actually trying, I would like to fly in a way that my CFI would be proud of.
Yeah. Especially because it's all on recording now. Now that we're doing the streams.
Yeah. No, Mr. CFI, I didn't forget my landing gear, I promise.
The only thing is, I have no idea what visibility we have right now.
10 whiskey, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
Sending downwind, 10 whiskey.
I'm trying to fly fast so I can bring that spacing back out.
Yeah. So let's see here. Can I see the whole town over that way? No, I can't. Can I see? I can see that one. How far is that?
At least 4.
Yeah, it's about 4.
I am Mr. Geography.
It's just not your default number, is it? Jackson approach, Cessna 10 Whiskey. I can report fog around the airport. We have about 4 to 5 miles visibility currently.
10 Whiskey, roger.
I had fog but it's kind of cleared. Yo, what was that?
Is it?
Yeah, it's not completely clear, but it's better. I like came in and left pretty quick. My trim must have been something.
10 Whiskey, base turn, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Base turn 34 right, clear for the option, 10 Whiskey.
You know, I'll cut this pattern short for him.
What do you mean? Ask for a short approach or something?
No, I'm just gonna turn crosswind a little bit early. So that way you get some extra space up front.
Need extra space up front.
I'm saying words. They are spewing from my face, and I have no control over them.
Yep. Oh gosh, I keep having to like readjust my back here.
Dude, I hate that when I keep having to reset my track IR because I keep sitting some different way.
Yeah, my track IR locally is an easy button to hit on the alpha.
I don't have it set to. I have like the pause set to a button on my yoke.
Oh, for me that's a keyboard key.
I think I cut it a little bit too short.
You're fine.
No.
He's just really trying to separate us, and he doesn't really need to. We're visual of each other.
Down, I'll call your base.
All he needs to do. Yeah, all he needs to do is
001, will you be ready at the end?
is give traffic point
I'll be ready
outs,
at the end. You know,
and then we're supposed to stay separated on our own.
United 001, wind 050 at 3 on departure flight heading 300, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. 34 left, through takeoff, 300 in the heading, we'll, you know.
Damn. Yeah, I think this will be my last time around here. It'll be full stop this time.
This does make me realize that I need to do another flight in the 310. And I got it.
Turning base, 1 Charlie Kilo.
But I flew it from Houston to like a little bit north of Amsterdam. Like across the Atlantic. So that was yeah. It was fun.
Charlie Kilo, runway 34 right, clear for the option. Clear for the option on 34 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
I am totally going to overshoot my base. I did not. Or overshoot final. On base. Planes are hard. Got up and down and spins and left and right. It's too much to keep track of. Hello?
Eh?
There's a blue.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
What up?
Hello.
Oh, so yeah, that's because I didn't hear it because it's.
Aircraft on 3, the idiot's information. Delta is now current at Jackson altimeter 3024.
3024.
I'm probably close enough on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit B. Oh, I
shared cockpit or something?
No. Just 2 Cessna 310s at Jackson Medgar.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
Cessna
Yes!
Sierra Whiskey midfield right down. When will be full stop this time?
1 Sierra Whiskey, Roger, extend your downwind Alpha, Etching. Continue downwind.
Continue downwind. 1 Sierra Whiskey. I don't want to say it on frequency though to suggest traffic point outs instead of trying to control the pattern.
I don't care about traffic point outs. It's better traffic practice if you don't do it.
Dude's been watching. Oh man, that's kind of funny.
010 Whiskey, wind 080 runway 34 right, clear to land.
34 right, clear to land, 10 Whiskey.
My day is made.
001, radar
Your day
contact,
is
climb, maintain 10, 10,000, turn left, heading 180.
Yeah, he probably clicked the link in my old flight plan, I'm guessing.
I can't incriminate myself anymore.
What do you mean? What?
I've been flying perfect patterns.
The whole time, of course he has. See, it's hard to match Twitch names to whatever other names people use. Overshot final a little bit there, but whatever. Going back to Atlantic. Okay, that's where we were.
And 001, actually make that a heading 230. 230 on the heading, you know.
Oh, floating.
Charlie Kilo, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
You call base, 1 Charlie Kilo.
Exit left Bravo, I think. Yeah, I can usually make that.
I'll probably do one more lap and then come in.
Okay. You do your thing.
Yeah,
Man, I love this plane.
Contact me at the center, 133.65, aircraft flight, and let me know that you're on a heading of 230. 3365, and with the heading, thanks for the service. Well, good night. 01 Charlie Kilo, base turn, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Cleared for the option, runway 34 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
Alright, get
010 Whiskey, take the GA via Charlie 3 Delta.
GA via. We're off on Bravo.
Everyone's here. Whiskey, actually make that Charlie 3 Delta.
Charlie 3 Delta to GA parking. 10 whiskey.
I overshot again. I
course you did.
overshot pretty bad that time.
Well, we're gonna watch this.
I was
one.
like lined up for the taxiway.
Actually, wait a second. Can I do it fast enough?
Are you gonna put pressure on me?
Yeah.
I overshot my correction. Is there a crosswind on this one?
I have no idea.
It was weird. I was crabbing for a while.
It's just you trying to adjust your plane. A little low.
Find coming. Ooh.
Anywhere 1 Charlie Kilo Africa.
Wasn't that bad.
Wind 080 at 5.
Wasn't that bad.
Yeah, alright.
Back to parking. Left, Charlie. Oh wait, landing and strobe lights off, although it's gotta do the whole fold up thing. There it goes. I like the sound of flipping that switch. It's kinda sounds pretty cool.
The switches are pretty great.
Specifically the one for the landing light. I just realized I went down Delta. No, I didn't. Wait. Did I? I don't even know where I'm taxed. My chart is all the way. Well, the FAA chart at least is off. The Navigraph one is right. Okay, we're good. I'm on Charlie. Making a right somewhere over here? Oh, I passed the line. Whoops.
How could you?
No, we're not a big plane. We can just... We're like 2-3 plane lengths wide on some of these taxiways. I don't know if I can kind of hear the sound of the engines and maybe even them cooling down there as they're at idle. It's pretty cool. And then we'll park over here at the FBO. After going up and giving David Yoder some traffic there. Yep, and I see you on the downwind. Actually, I completely forgot I was low on fuel.
How many 0 gallons did you have left?
Main tank is...
1 Charlie Kilo, runway 34 right, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 34 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
About 7 gallons in each tank. Ox tanks is about 8 or 9. It wasn't that bad. Especially because I wasn't going full throttle the whole time and all that.
Dude, I was like gunning it, trying to keep the separation. And it just wasn't helping.
Yeah, in this plane it really doesn't sometimes. Anyways, we're kind of waiting for you now.
Oh.
I think it's the 410 that has the thing where you turn off the engines and you can hear the kind of little pops as it cools down.
think you can hear those in this too.
I'm not hearing it.
Hmm.
Oh, nothing.
I know there's one plane that I had that did that before I got the 4-4.
Hmm. Whoops. I'm gonna rotate the world. I mean, it's a sphere, but I can't just rotate it like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my taxi lights on since this will be my last one.
Taxi lights are on every time the gear comes out.
No, I've been having them off because when you put the gear up, you just hear the tick, 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 tick.
Well, yeah,
And I don't
you just
want to
gotta-
hit the switch the whole time.
You gotta remember to turn it off.
I'm lazy.
Well,
I
see,
ain't taxiing.
you're practicing what you would do in a normal flow.
Yes, but I also am not doing pattern work in a 310. Oh,
Wasn't that bad on my screen. Also, bro, I had that perfect speed on the camera.
Let me get those flipper flaps up.
Yep. So was that your full stop?
Yes.
Up, sim froze. Yeah. Okay. That's great.
Sim
Happens.
freeze. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Not only Call of Duty, but the Sim 2.
Well, Call of Duty just crashes. The sim just freezes and then recovers.
Oh yeah, mine does that occasionally. I used to have it where like if I did Control Alt Delete and went to the task manager quick enough, it would like almost unfreeze quicker, like it was scared or something. I was like, no, don't close me.
You mean
Don't
you
close
don't
me.
do Control Shift Escape?
I do sometimes, but you know when I'm feeling a little I usually like Alt F4 a little more.
Oh, this is a program I have. It does it's Control Alt F4. It actually closes programs faster than Alt F4.
Oh really?
Yeah. And it's actually so dangerous to use. Like, you can easily corrupt your data using it. And the program is also so powerful, it has like an
Sounds
exception in a config file for it, so that you can't just close Windows.
Wow.
Yeah, it's... Okay, my sim's still frozen. Yay. Wait, no it's not. Oh, I'm in drone mode. I'm retarded. I was trying to right-click and move the camera around, but it wasn't working.
I'm so confused.
What? Why are you confused?
Because I'm on Bravo and it's showing that Charlie is to the parallel runway to the taxiway, and then I'm going. So like if I went
There's
straight
Charlie
ahead, I'd be
3.
on Bravo. Yeah, there's
Oh,
Charlie
you went
3.
straight
It said
ahead, you'd
Charlie
be on
3.
Bravo?
Well, no. It's weird. Okay, so
Ask
I'm
for your
off on
taxi
Bravo.
instructions.
He said to go Charlie 3, but I can't.
Oh, I didn't hear it because my plane
on
was
my
off.
chart.
Okay.
Yeah. This is...
You're just sitting there laughing. Come on, taxi. You know what? We gotta let passengers out.
It's not Charlie. Okay. I think.
Think what?
Oh, okay. So, all right, my scenery lines up. I think.
Gotta put all the different locks and stuff on, and the chalks.
Charts are confusing, man.
What?
Said charts are confusing.
Oh. Wait, I thought this thing has tie downs. Does it not?
I
Yeah,
think those
it-
are in the tablet.
Yeah, no, it didn't have tie downs on this plane. It's the 414 that does, I think. This one doesn't have tie downs.
Oh,
Rip
okay.
off. He's slowly coming over here. You know, I'm gonna turn off if it's realistic. I just realized the music hasn't probably been playing for a while. There we go, music.
Alright. See, this shows my Charlie, so I'm gonna go straight ahead. And then the next one being Delta.
Yep, something like that. My taxi route was absolutely horrible. At least on the map there up in the corner of the screen. I just realized Memphis Center's on. Oh, okay. Now, you know, the real question is, who is David Yoder in the chat? Because I have no idea. Who could he even be?
Ouch. Oh, what?
Honestly, bro, some people, they'll say that they like watch stream. I'm like, bro, you never been in the chat, or at least I don't know who you are.
My engine died.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you kill your engine? Wait, which is it?
My
Both or one of
engine
them?
just died.
Oh.
Just the left.
You probably had your mixture too low, throttle too low, and a bunch of things.
It's full rich.
Or oh, that's your problem. You gotta bring it down to like half when you're taxiing.
Yeah, you're right.
So with your failures on you, it kind of screwed you there. You coming over here or what? You just gonna sit there?
I can't even taxi on the 100.
Really?
Yeah. There we go. All right.
I was about to say. You gotta make sure your wheels straight and all that.
I thought that was just gonna like.
You still have strobes on?
No.
I was like, I see strobes. That's usually for the runway.
There.
It's kind of funny because you're a 310 and not bearing your front wheel's a little bit off the ground.
Yeah, the 310 sits like very aggressively nose up.
Yeah. Helps you get more lift.
Yep.
Anyways, let's see here. About the end of the
It's
stream.
the aviation
by
version of a lift kit.
Of a lift kit. No, the aviation version of a lift kit is big ass bush tires on a Cub. That's your lift kit right there. Oh gosh.
Alright. See, my engine is dead, but
Anyways,
I
you
wanted
guys should
it
come
to
on
be that
over
time.
and join the Discord. We stream here pretty much
Alright,
every
get those
day.
magnetos
We
off.
currently have Wednesday through Saturday planned
Alright.
here on the upcoming streams channel. Today we
Bye,
did a
Geek.
GA Tuesday with the Pilot Club, and you can find the Pilot
I
Club
was
there
gonna
on
tell him
their
thank you, but he's
website
he's
and
watching,
Discord.
so thank you.
Yeah, he is watching. Yeah, he is watching. Yep. And,
Alright, I'm gonna run an inspection on my plane and see how much my landing's damaged.
how much damage you did? Yeah. And if you've missed a stream or even part of a stream, we have the YouTube channel. Upload all
my
the VODs
passenger
there.
comfort at after all
Twitch only lets me keep
landings?
it for like 2 weeks of
Not caring
VODs,
about the
something like that.
temperature. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, so we upload them over there. I get to keep them for pretty much forever. It's basically free storage thanks to YouTube. Yeah, already into the stream. Yeah, it's 11:18. Like, you know, it's getting pretty late here.
The cylinders in my left engine are fried.
Good job. You
And-
left your mixture up too much. Anyways,
spark
I'm
plugs
gonna
being
go
fried
check
makes sense.
who is live on Twitch.
Yeah,
Like
I don't think
those-
that would
those
do
got
cylinders, leaving your mixture up.
Yeah.
That's
the
not how
oil-
engines
Well,
work.
whatever you did, you broke it.
Yeah. My left engine's not happy. My right brake is also not happy.
overheated.
And
I
the
know
oil
what's wrong with
supply
it.
either.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Bill Mays, what's he up to? What's he flying?
Oh, he's flying the Piper Seneca down
He's
the
dead.
Oh, the
Pacific
Seneca.
coast.
Oh.
Hmm.
Huh. Look at that. Looks like a pretty cool plane.
It is cool. It's fun to fly.
What plane is that?
Another Coronado.
Hey,
The
you want
Piper Seneca.
to send me a link to that? No, you probably know where it
The
is.
Seneca?
Yeah, the Seneca is a Coronado plane. So you can get
Marketplace?
them or the Marketplace.
Oh, Marketplace.
I think it's only in the marketplace, yeah.
If it's
Oh.
only in the Marketplace, I'm probably not buying it.
I mean, you don't have to worry about updates because they haven't updated that since it released, really.
Yeah, they haven't updated anything since it released.
It's called Carnato.
Yeah,
maybe I don't need it then. Anyways, I think we're gonna go over here and raid Bill Mays. So remember to follow the stream here, and
not really anything I'd
follow his stream. We'll go to raid him. Stick around for the raid.
So I don't mind.
And we'll see you guys on the next stream.
You know, they're